All right. We look like we're all here.
Yep, here.
Let's
Sorry about
get
that.
ready to
Ashland. So there we go. All right. So when we left off, you had just arrived at the location where Ziggy believes that the crypt is located. Do you all see the map?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So this is the area that you're coming in from. You want to go ahead and place your tokens where you guys are all located.
Mm-hmm. It's not dropping for me again. I don't know why I
Grab
keep
the
having
name,
that problem.
not the picture.
Yeah. Do it from your character sheet area.
You
See, and
completely
I'm
blocked
doing
me.
that.
There we go. I'll get rid of the second one.
What the heck?
Oh, yeah.
I
so
can't.
I
I placed
changed what
myself
my
twice by
token
accident.
looks like because it blends better with the ground than what I have for where my name is on
If you
here.
need to get rid of it, just click on the extra
Hey,
avatar
Jeff,
and
are
then
you
click.
able to manually drop me anywhere? I was having this problem the other day. It's sometimes it lets me drop, sometimes it doesn't.
Okay. Hold on. Who was speaking?
Sorry, this is Jewel.
Okay.
Cynthia.
Yeah.
This one's Ashlyn. My opinion.
There we go.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Well, now it won't let me move her.
So are you clicking on the character sheet and then clicking on your name and dragging that?
No, I'm using the one down below, the same way I did it the other day.
No, go to your character, because it wouldn't let me do it from my picture on here either. I had to go into my character sheet and click and hold on my name and drag it out.
You should be able to go to that second tab where your name is listed. Don't grab the icon, grab the name and drag the name over and drop it.
So you hover over the name, click it, and hold down, and then move it, and it'll
Yeah.
just look like your
Yeah.
name going in there.
Okay, that worked.
Mm.
Okay. I'm just trying to make things difficult.
It's okay, we get it. You're a woman.
Well, that's why we practiced
joking.
yesterday. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes,
Here you
ma'am,
go.
I can.
Okay, making sure.
I know what I forgot to load.
We were waiting for whoever was finishing setting up. I just want to really quick, Jayhoff, say I am getting flashbacks to the first time I played D&D, and I'm so happy to be having these feelings looking at this map.
Mm-hmm.
I missed this.
I wasn't sure at first when we started with the flashback idea, but that.
I'm so excited for session one.
That's so funny, Talk, because I'm getting flashbacks to my first time, too.
First time playing D&D, you mean?
Yeah,
Okay.
which was...
I get it.
Thank you. I can't help it with the dad jokes. I have to.
It's great for a bard.
We all
Awesome,
ready?
good, Dad.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
All
I'm going
right.
to be short of spell because it's not in D&D Beyond. I mean, I can't get into D&D Beyond. I forgot to load it.
That's all right. Just keep mental track of it and we'll be fine.
I just don't remember what it was, and it's not in Roll20. I know that.
Oh. Let me see. I might have your character sheet. Let me see if it's on that. How is it?
I'm gonna switch to my exercise book because this is noisy as fuck.
Oh, she wasn't in here for that. He's got his grandbaby over there today. We can't say cuss words.
Oh,
Please refrain as much as possible. I understand. Group of adults get together and we do talk loud like that, but yeah, just tonight because my grandbaby's here. She's 2 years old. She doesn't need to hear it.
I got
The
you.
door is closed,
Ew.
so it's not. She's not going to hear everything. That's for sure.
Heck yeah.
There we go.
What month was she born?
She was born in December.
My son was in January.
Oh, my wife and our eldest is January.
Such a sweet age.
She's gotten to the Y phase of things.
He just started that. Only it's not why. It's what's that? What's that?
Oh,
Hmm.
okay,
What's
yeah.
that?
She's just why? Why?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm looking forward to the
Wow.
whys yet.
I'm just happy to be a grandparent because we can say, "Here, take her back."
Yeah. Rub it in.
All right, Aaron. I have listed here your spells. You have 2 slots. You have Detect Magic, Mage Armor, Magic Missile, Hush Puff Brew, Shield, and Silvery Barbs.
Silvery Barbs was the one that went in Roll20.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. Okay. Do you need any information on it, or I mean, I don't have. There's not a lot of
It'll be
information here.
it'll be all right. I don't have to. Odds are it won't get cast.
All right. There it is. If we need it.
Quick question for you, Jay Hoff. I had changed something since it was only session 0 and we didn't do anything. Can I send you the new one?
Yes, please.
I don't know that I've changed anything, but I have updated a whole bunch for you on my character sheet loaded in Roll20.
Okay.
So there was some background information. There was one of the stats that we had talked about on that Friday that I needed to switch over. Everything else should be the same, but I did add more details for you.
All right. I'll take a look at it. It's probably Monday at lunchtime. Unless we need to know it today, then I can always switch over and look at it.
I don't think so.
Okay. Strongo.
Oh, that's what that does. Okay. I was having a stroke. Don't worry about the roll.
I had only taken away a spell and added a different one.
All right. So as you approach the area, the first thing you notice that these houses are very run down. They're dilapidated. They're breaking apart. It's obvious no one has been living in them, or at least anyone living in them who cares, in the past 50 or so years since the pox. There's rubble in the street. Some of it from collapsing second floors. the trees and the grounds are overrun with weeds. Dead trees, are just there with limbs cracking and falling randomly. There's a house to your left. I'm sorry, to your right as you approach. This one looks probably somewhat stable, and that would be this one right here. Most of the second floor is gone, but the bottom floor looks kind of intact. You have the house located here. This one's a lot of rubble and rotted boards. There's an old iron brazier with charcoal. You can see sitting here. And a sign that's hanging from the doorway. But age and the weather have worn most of it off. There are also 2 statues located here and here. This one appears to be pointing at the other one. You're not too sure. And then this is like a large, murky puddle of water. The other 2 statues, they look like adventurers based on just looking at them of what you can see. This one here is elven. You can tell it just by the way it's carved, his ears, his facial features. This one is elven in appearance. This one is human in appearance. The human one is holding a mace and wears chainmail armor. He appears to be ready for immediate battle. And the elven one appears to be some kind of arcane caster, based on how they've designed it.
Can I roll a history check to see what these are?
Sure.
Oh,
Nice.
Unfortunately, you don't know. There's really nothing in what you've learned over time as to who either one of these are. Maybe it had something more to do with the neighborhood than it did on a larger scope. But what you do know is this one here is a cleric, and he is a cleric to the of Davian. And Davian was a god of the Taurian Empire. He was not a original god here. He's from the Taurian Empire.
Okay.
Do we know which direction we're supposed to be going?
No, you don't. You just know that this block here, as pictured, it's somewhere in this area.
Okay.
That was as far as he was able to narrow it down.
So it looks like the cleric is pointing at the mage.
Correct.
Can I go and inspect the elven statue?
Sure.
I'll inspect the cleric.
I declare help on Kodaka's roll.
Okay.
Do we also have inspiration?
If you'd like to use it. Yeah, I remember giving you inspiration and Jules inspiration.
Would this be investigation?
Yes. I mean, either investigation or perception. Either one will work for this one.
Public roll. For some reason, it's asking me.
I would think
Yes,
yes.
you can select to do it for the GM and it just whispers so only he can see it.
Yeah, normally it doesn't ask me, it just rolls. I gotta turn some things.
Oh,
The help from Talk is with advantage in that regard, right?
Talk is not the one helping.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was it Spoon?
Yeah, I'm helping Kotica.
I'm so sorry. I'll get your voices right one day.
That's fine.
I want to go kick a rock into the puddle.
Oh, well, you don't have to do that because in order to get to the statue, you've got to cross the puddle.
Oh.
Yes. Which I see 2 people have already done.
Oh, I guess I just assumed that the tree, there was a way to like shimmy past it. Do I need to roll something to get past the pond?
Yeah, you just give me a dex roll to go. If you're trying to shimmy around the tree's got very little ground in between itself and the puddle. But yeah, you would give me a dex roll. All right.
I'm curious about this building in here.
Okay. Hold on a second. Everyone's doing a lot at once.
Oh,
So, I'm sorry,
Oh, yeah.
is that a 7 that you rolled, or?
So typically, because advantage is always on, it's something that you'd have to turn off. The left one is the normal roll, the right one's the advantage roll.
Okay. Yeah, the only thing I've ever used Roll24 was Star Wars. So the dice system was very different. Okay, so you roll a 14.
You can set it to toggle if you go into the gear on your character sheet. Toggle advantage.
Okay, yeah, 14 and 18 are good. We're good. So you were able to get around by just climbing around, kind of holding the trunk of the tree and going around it and avoiding the puddle. All right. So the other 3 of you are standing to the south of the puddle, and Ashley, you're down by the building, the other building, the dilapidated building. Is this correct?
Over here. Yes, it's whatever the stone one looks like.
Yeah.
Looks like it's a window. Maybe here. I think.
Yeah, that's an intact window.
Oh,
The entrance.
really?
I'm sorry. That's a door, an intact door. These are windows. This one and this one are windows that have been blown out or just cracked on their own. But this wood right here is the door itself. So, Ko, you see at the bottom of the statue, there is definitely some writing there, and it appears to be in Elvish.
Well, how lovely that I speak Elvish.
It says, ever is thy sight a joy.
Interesting.
And now that you're close enough, you can see that he has a concerned look on his face.
Seems
The elf has a concerned look on his face, or the
Yeah.
human?
The elf.
contradictory.
Seems peculiar. Is it sarcasm?
Maybe. Maybe, I would assume sarcasm, considering the human statue appears to be pointing at him. I'm curious as to what the human statue says.
I look to see if the statue on this side says anything.
No, oddly enough, the male statue has nothing written on it.
Oh,
And the only look on his face is kind of like set in determination. He's ready for battle.
Can you repeat what the statue said again?
Sure. Statue says, "Ever is thy sight a joy."
Thank you.
No
Prepare
problem.
to be blind.
Zumperios, you're from here, right?
Sorry?
I was asking Zumperios if he was from Shadefall.
As much as one can be. How can I help you?
Is there like any kind of semblance behind maybe some sort of turmoil that was between elves and humans when this area of the city would have been built?
Well, before I answer that question, I would like to make an insight check to see if this particular priest of Davian would have likely had any run-ins with the local non-humans, as your document clearly stated that they were trying to civilize the natives.
Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead.
Deep lore.
Yes, Davian is the god. It was the Taurian god of battle. So he was heavily involved. His clergy were heavily involved in the pacification, air quotes, if you would, say of the non-humans in this area. There's no record that you were aware of that he was anti-elf or anti-dwarf, but Davian would not turn down a fight if offered one, so to say.
Okay.
Maybe it's not physical sight. Maybe it's like the sight of their god and seeing things in the elven way.
Somehow I feel that not to be the case. Davian
Perhaps
and his more vehement clergy were unkind to those not of the faith, typically non-humans.
Perhaps it's sarcasm upon the elven statue.
That was my guess, yes.
You
I
can
wonder
use
if
open
the
your
concerned.
eyes to see.
By the way, Chunk, your voice isn't on.
Fuck.
We heard that though.
No
Naughty.
cursing, Chunk!
Naughty.
Oh yeah, crap. Whoop. Is it on now?
Nope.
Hold on, I know what the problem is.
Is mine on?
It doesn't sound
No.
like it.
There's no echo at all.
Doesn't sound like it.
Like that kind of stick.
Hold for talent. While they're figuring out how their voice boxes work, is there anything that I might be able to? Yeah, you're working now. Is there anything that I can roll in regards to this? Does this like elf statue look like it was made in somebody else's image, like an actual person that may have been seen within recent-ish times for an elf? Or is it just like a generic elf statue?
It appears to be a generic elf statue. There doesn't seem to be any special distinctions or any special anything on his face, like a scar or a marking that would definitely make him different. Like you said, it's kind of generic.
Damn it, if only one of us was a dwarf, we could use stone cutting on this.
Well, perhaps what we're looking for is inside the building. I'm not using the talk voice right now because it's acting weird. But Talk's gonna move into the building that's right next to him here and look inside in case there's any extra clues about these two statues inside.
And I think at this point, Jules probably going to say, as much as I love history, I thought we were looking for a crypt.
You never
Oh.
know where a clue might be hidden.
Don't we have to meet somebody first?
I don't think we had to meet anybody other than each other.
Lots of
was
times
hard to
statues
leave.
can let you into other areas.
Zoomperios, how How well have you studied or read about the gray pox and like the atmosphere in which it thrives?
I would call that a medicine check. What about you?
My master was interested in it, although it held my master.
Yep.
I'm just curious if you could. I wonder if it was easily transmitted through water and if it would be worth checking this water to avoid or even possibly taking a sample to study for future cases if it were something that possibly had anything in it.
My character looks a brow. You want to take a sample of contaminated water?
I think what she's asking is, can the pox contaminate water and live in it for a while? If this area was killed off by the pox, are we in danger by touching the water?
We already had to walk through the water.
No.
I stepped around it.
Oh. I want to kick the statue.
I'm sorry, who said that?
Jewel.
All right, so how are you getting over there? Because right now you're okay. So you're going to kick the human statue.
Yep. I want to
All
kick
right.
it. Just see if
Go ahead.
anything happens.
Go ahead, give me a roll. Okay, it's a good kick. And it's solid. It's solid. Yes, exactly. Or Nat 1 would have been stubbing your toe. That's what I was checking for. It's solid stone. It's definitely a well-made statue.
Yep, guys. It's a statue.
Yep. Top, what you see inside is mostly rubble and rotted boards. As I said, is an iron brazier with charcoal near the opening to the south, and what appears to be a mostly intact wagon wheel, banded in iron, up near the northern corner, up near this corner, right there.
Well, Talk's going to presume either A, this is a really crappy carriage repair facility, or it was some kind of blacksmith's, perhaps. It makes sense with the brazier and something being banded in iron, so. You'll pass that along
Perhaps
to
a
the crowd
farrier?
outside. Yeah, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
A repair shop for carriages and whatnot, maybe.
Jeff, what would you have me roll for previous knowledge of how the pox would work?
History.
History it is. Here we go.
I'll give it a go too.
Coat is you look at the water. It's very like oily, and you definitely cannot see the bottom. There doesn't feel to, from what you can tell, there doesn't feel to be any kind of incline here where it would be like a deep. I keep saying puddle. It really is just a puddle. There's not. It doesn't have a lot of depth to it from what you can see, but it is wide. It looks like 15 feet to a side, and very oily looking, very dirty.
Can I break a branch off of the tree? Drop it in the water?
Okay. Let's see here. That was Haseo?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm just looking to see where your character is located.
I'm going to move
I'm at the
behind
bottom.
the statue in the event it splashes.
Okay. All right. So you kind of just pick up a branch off that tree to your left and then drop it in to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is it float or sink?
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
It shimmers, and you hear the screams of 1,000 deaths.
The holy water rises up and strikes you down.
God damn it! Every time gelatinous cube.
Watch it.
You see, as you drop after you drop the stick in, you see like a pseudopod kind of form and strikes out at you.
Oh shit.
Okay, first of all, I was kidding.
Too late for that.
See, okay, so
Jewel turns around quickly and says, "What was that? Was it cute?"
No.
What's a pseudopod?
Can Ash hear them talking from where she is?
yeah, I mean you're only 20 feet. Haseo's only 20 feet. Aries only 15 feet. So yeah, you can. I mean, they're not being quiet, so you can definitely hear what they're saying.
Did you hear what Joel said?
Yeah.
Okay, making sure. I just laughed and I'm worried it got caught on the thing.
Say, what's your AC?
17.
Said 37. I thought it was the damage. I was like, oh god.
He evaporates.
The pox got him.
Do any of the rest of us around the little water pond notice that pseudopod coming out to Smacky?
Was he kidding about that or was he serious?
Oh, he was serious.
Oh.
Are these things dangerous?
They apparently just tried to kill Aseo.
Perhaps it's just an attention getter.
Maybe he was just lonely and was looking for a friend.
I'm like looking at the rolls. Is the 3D20, was that like 3 attacks against me? Everyone Googles
I think he
pseudopod.
was going for a D20 plus 3,
Gotcha.
which is what his next roll was.
No, curious. Did we lose Jayhoff, or is he just doing stuff?
Osman,
Yeah.
come back. Jeff?
Jeff?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Just now.
Yep. All right. So where did my microphone cut out?
Last
what's
you
your
heard
AC?
is a
Thing.
pseudopod.
I'm sorry.
You asked him
took
what
a
his
swing.
AC was.
Oh, geez, really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. I've been talking for a while and didn't realize no one was hearing me. Okay. It strikes out and misses him. Haseo like kind of sees the pseudopod coming at him, dodges back real quick, and then the pseudopod retracts back into the pool of ooze and water. Yes, the 3 die 20 was an accident. I was trying to roll 1 die 20 plus 3. So the 1 die 20 plus 3 with a 13 result does stand. 37 is useless. Don't worry about it.
Gotcha.
Jewel,
Well, if that happens, I'm gonna, I guess. You said it missed for Flay. I'll just smack it away from me with the boomerang and back up. And I'm immediately gonna. I'm not gonna shout, but Haseo shouts, "Get away from the water!" Or the ooze.
it's definitely an ooze of some sort. As I said, the water was oily, and Jules asked if the pseudopod was just ooze, and it was an oozy resin as it came out.
Did
Yeah.
Did all of us around the pool see it,
And yes, anyone who was looking could have seen it. It was nothing concealed about it. He dropped the stick, and it tried to drop him.
Ooh.
Well, that's enough of aquatic life for me. I'm going to move forward.
I'm going to take a step or two away from the pool.
I'm gonna take the dog judger.
Okay.
I want to cast prestidigitation on the puddle to make
All right.
it as cold as I can get it.
Okay. So you cast Prestidigitation. It kind of looks like it gets some like a little frosty, but the frost quickly dissipates.
Well, that's fascinating.
Kind of like, think about turning your car on in the middle of the winter and having your defrosters on full blast. How quickly the frost dissipates on your windshield. It was faster than that.
Since I saw Ko run away to the right, I'm gonna try to run down the road to meet wherever she's going. I will do.
Now, Jeff, didn't you say there was a sign over here
Yes.
where Jules standing?
Yes. It was it's hanging by one hook. It should have been. It was one of those signs that hangs by two hooks on the both ends of it. The one end, the closest to you, furthest from the building, has rotted off or corroded, so it's still just kind of hanging by one hook closest to the stairs.
Do I have to roll for something to try and read it?
Yes, because the weather has in time has definitely done its damage to the sign. You're going to have to roll a perception.
All right.
Try and to infer from what's left of the signage.
So the first one, right? Is that right, Co?
It would be the first number.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one to the left.
So a 17 perception.
Okay. All right. It looks
If
like
you want it to roll normal, if you go to your character sheet, there's a gear. Push the gear and then just make it a toggle.
I said, fear of it.
okay, from Jules, from what you can see of it, it looks like this place was advertising as a wheelwright, where people would bring their wheels to the wagons to have them fixed or redone, have the spokes fixed or the iron reshot on it. Which kind of goes with the wheel that Talk had found inside the building itself.
What's going on with this, the outside of this S3 building?
That one is really dilapidated. It looks like a good. Give me an investigation roll. It looks like a good strong wind will blow it down. It is in bad shape.
Is it windy today?
No. You think that it's probably good today, but definitely on a stormy day, this would not be the house to be looking at.
Okay. Is it able to be entered from all points or just a specific one?
That S3, you can enter from just about any point. There are so many holes in the wall, it's not worth even putting the wall in there.
Should I roll to see if the door works for Ashlyn?
Sorry?
Should I roll to see if Ashlyn can get through that door?
Oh, the door's you can. You don't have to roll. You just have to push on it. The door's closed, but if you look at it, you can tell it. It kind of moves a little bit with a little breeze. So it doesn't look like it's locked or barged or anything.
Okay, so I assume nothing's behind it then.
That's fine.
I'm watching this pond. Is anything moving out of it?
As you watch it, no.
Since everybody else just kind of ran away and ignored it, I'm just kind of like, is it going to follow us?
No. It hasn't moved. You know, you can see a little bit. I can't say that you see like water moving because it's not water. It's definitely more, it's.
Oh God, I don't know shit. Sorry.
Yeah, this is a house. Definitely a house. So as you're moving away from it, it's just kind of what ripples were there are settling in.
Jules gonna look for anything in this room she can kick.
All right, hold
Anything
on.
that's
I got
She's
you. Let me get Ashlyn taken care of. She's been at her house. Like I said, this is a house, and that's about all you can figure from it.
Alright.
I'm
Um,
going to move
She doesn't
south to
figure
help
anything out, she's
Ash.
gonna leave.
There's the door in the front that you've already come in. There's a door to the side here as well. But for the most part, this house looks pretty stable.
So someone's giving me inspiration? I can roll again. Or not inspiration, but
I'm just going to go in. I saw Ash, and I don't like the idea of the pond and me, the only one out there, so I'm going to follow Ash.
Okay. All right.
oh, okay.
May I
Two
search
short
with
ones.
S3?
So, Ari, give me a perception roll. Jules, you're just wandering around in the building, kicking whatever, or
like if there's any like fallen debris that I could just like kick over and see if there's stuff underneath.
give me a perception check.
Perception or insight?
Perception.
All right.
Right, Ari, an 8. You know, like Ashlyn, you know that this is a house. You're definitely in a house. There's 4 walls and there's a roof above you, so you're in a house. Jules, kicking around some stuff. You kick over like a board from the upper floor that had fallen, and underneath it you find nine copper pieces, 3 silver pieces. Let's see, hold on a second. 9 copper pieces, 3 silver pieces. And an old brass sphere that has some runes written on it. There's about 20 runes across the surface of the sphere, and it's about the size of a large orange. Yeah.
So Jewel just yells out, "Ooh, money! Guys, I found some money!"
No.
I hope Ash shares that.
All right, hold on, everyone. My granddaughter wants to watch Wizard of Oz. Get that set up for them.
Okay.
Back
Is
about
she off to
5
see the wizard?
She's off to see the wizard. Yep.
Just do it.
Wizard, a wonderful
You watch
wizard.
Wizard with me.
Because. It's the wonderful things he does.
Guys, you just gotta start kicking things. That's the solution to everything in life. Just kick it. See what happens.
I think,
Look, if I had kicked the water like I was originally planning, this would be very bad.
yeah. Isn't the Wizard of Oz just a D&D game?
Yeah.
You gotta start him young.
Yeah. And then they all meet the DM at the end.
Mhm.
If Ash heard you yelling about money, her interest just got piqued. Like it's almost like an animal where her ears just kind of perk up a little bit. She like looks over her shoulder.
It was a
And then she
little
looks
tense
at
after
Papa.
that.
Does he need a hug?
I mean, if you look at him, his eyes are locked on wherever Ko is, in between that and looking elsewhere, but his grip on his boomerang is a little tighter than necessary because some liquid just went at him. His face is neutral, but his you can see his right wrist holding the boomerangs kind of throbbing a little bit.
Jules gonna walk over to Haseo and give him a copper and say, "Penny for your thoughts." Just making sure he's okay.
I appreciate that. No need for material things. Not at the moment. He's still looking at Ko as he's talking to you.
Then Jules gonna put that copper right back in her pocket and say, "I save it for you for later so I can buy you something pretty."
He just smiles a little bit. Still a tight grip on the boomerang. He eats copper and toggle. We're gonna find out that all of these are houses.
The worst criminals of all.
The houses and doors are some pretty good adversaries in D&D. If they're up.
If anyone needs to use the restroom, break for Wizard of Oz is the best time.
Yeah, I better go do that.
Oh, that's smart.
If I can get out of here.
Harry, thank you for pointing me to those. I was looking right past it.
It's no problem. There's also, if you have spells that say give you an armor bonus or something like that, if you look a little further down, there's check boxes that say show global armor buff or attack buff. You know, if you have something that say like mage armor that gives you a +3.
So, have you guys already picked out your spells for your next level? Because I haven't done that. Was I supposed to do that?
For free.
No, you don't do that till you level up.
Okay. Because I don't have any of that stuff in there. All I've got is my cantrips.
Yeah, you might think, oh, I'm definitely gonna get all of these spells at level 2, but then like the campaign happens and you're like, okay, turns out this is more necessary than the other.
Do you have any first level spells at first level?
No.
Okay, that's why. A wizard does.
Am I supposed to?
I don't know. I'm not sure what
I'm
class
checking.
you are.
That's a good question.
I don't think so. That's like a level 2 or 3 thing where most classes get their traits that
two
they will
first
have.
levels.
Level 1.
So like Ko and I should have first level because we're wizards.
I should.
The healer should have first level.
I should. I see it right now.
There you go.
I'm going to put those in there.
I mean, there's so many toggles and things you can do. My Sunday night game, our DM has discovered API functions, and I'm like, okay, I'll keep testing them and keep breaking them for you. But he has it now where, like, if you cast a fireball, you just have to pick your target, and it'll calculate who's inside that big circle and then roll all your saves and everything instead of the way you normally have to do it.
I'm here. I have yet to die. What happened? This looks important. Okay, I'm not muted. I thought I was muted for a second. Let's see what that was. Oh, it's you.
I don't know how to tell what. Oh, okay, I got it. I see it.
I'm gonna take a picture of what it looks like with what I have to go.
All right, sorry.
It's okay, we used it as a pee break.
That's good. That's perfect. All right, so she is now in the main bedroom, which is across from the office. The doors are closed, but really got to keep the adult talk down low.
Yes, sir.
Anyone
Yeah.
not they can't do something, but keep the volume down low. Okay, so Ashley and Ari were in S7, and they both realized that they're standing in a house. Jules, you got 12 coins and a brass sphere the size of a large orange that has 20 runes written across the surface of it. And it looks like you've left the building.
I have.
Okay. All right.
I'm walking over to try and show somebody what I found.
Okay. All right. So, and then we have Coat and Zoom in S3, the building that looks like a wind can tear it down in a heartbeat.
Yes, I'd love to take a look at it if I can.
Okay. Yeah, searching around, give me a perception. Either one of you.
I'll help Kodaka's roll, so make it a
Okay.
advantage.
I'll roll another one then.
I think you'd roll the investigation, so this would just be
Nice. 20.
Yeah, there's nothing of value in this remnants is the best I could call it. Anything that was worth anything has already been taken by rioters and whatnot, probably following the pox and the exodus from this part of town.
Oh, what are you doing?
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and leave before all of a sudden there is a strong wind.
Looks like you entered another building. All right.
Shall we go see what else there is, Ash?
From the building top that you're in, you see that much of the building has crumbled away, but it does look, what is left does look stable. If you want to do searching around in the building, let me know. Give me a perception check.
Yep, that's exactly what we're gonna do.
All right.
We're just moving around over here.
All right.
All right. You find, just using your way of thinking, you see that like there's a brick in the wall that doesn't look like it's completely asymmetrical with everything else. And going over to the brick, you see it's very loose and could be easily removed.
Before we remove a brick from a building that's partially collapsed, he's just gonna look and try and tell if there's any actual weight from the building itself being pressed upon the brick, or if it is just loose and he can pull it right out without consequence.
20, I'm going to say that you can pull that out without a consequence.
Gotcha. So he's gonna go ahead and pull out that brick then and see if
Okay.
there's something interesting. within it.
Inside, you see like an old, rotted, moldy leather sack. More like, not really a sack, but more like a purse.
Getting a little bit suspicious here. We're gonna go ahead and pop open this purse then, I suppose. See if there's. I'm
You
going
look
to assume
inside.
there's something inside.
You know, you jingle it around there. You hear stuff jingling and clanking inside of it. It's got a little bit of weight to it. Inside, you find 5 gold pieces, 9 electrum pieces, 6 silver pieces, 32 copper pieces, and a copper ring.
Alrighty. Copper. Does the copper ring look? How do I word this? Is it just like a regular copper ring?
It looks like a regular.
insignia or anything on it?
It doesn't look anything like anything special. No, it's kind of bent a little bit. Obviously, who owned it, was someone who worked with their hands, and it's seen some wear and tear over the years.
Well, we'll hold on to it for now. We can always just either pawn it off, or maybe someone will reveal it has some sentimental value. Either or.
Okay.
Nothing else he spots in the house or the small brick building, whatever this is.
Yeah, that's about the only thing you find.
Okay. He'll step back out then and just kind of keep an eye out for anything else that might be of use or interest to them finding this crypt.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna grab. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'm gonna kind of just put my hand on Cole's shoulder, say like, "Hey, what are you doing? You just saw a puddle of water attacked me, and we're still spreading out, searching these random houses."
Well, this was the only way to get from behind the other building. I wasn't about to cross the pond again after seeing something come out at you.
He's gonna motion up that we're in between 2 houses. Like, well, we should probably go back to the street. None of these look stable.
But we're looking for a crypt.
These are houses.
True, but crypts are underground. Do you not believe they could be under one of these buildings?
Good point. I'll just stay near you. Yeah, I'm gonna try to like pull her behind me, stand in front of her shoulder.
Okay. All right.
You know what
Ari
I'm trying to do?
Yeah.
Ari and Ashlyn, you both are standing inside a house that is barely that. The roof is mostly gone. This is unlike some of the other houses. This is obviously a 1-story house. There's more holes in this than Swiss cheese as far as the roof goes. It definitely is moldy inside. The floorboards are warped from the environment. As I said, with the roof not being able to hold anything out, water easily got in, and the floorboards are warped and unsettled. There's nothing. You don't see anything of value in this house at all.
All right, now keep moseying south.
Okay.
I would like to check S4.
Yeah,
Likewise.
I'll do that as well.
All right.
Oh, I see.
Are you doing your own roll or are you helping?
I'll do my own roll this time.
Yeah, we can search.
I'm gonna have Ash go back to that pond.
Okay.
Oh God.
Why didn't you just click on perception in your character sheet?
My bad.
All right. S4. It's not like some of the other houses. There's really nothing left of this house except floorboards and some old moldy sheets.
I want to cast something.
Okay, hold on a second. All right, I'll just Haseo is searching around. As you're moving around some stuff, you're kind of picking guys. Like I said, there's some sheets laying around on the floor. You pick one of the sheets up, and a swarm of rats charges at you.
Yep.
Go ahead
Bring
and.
it.
Iseo, how much health have you already lost?
None.
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
He's got a high.
It's hard to hit me.
Yeah. And Swarm, they kind of run at your feet, nipping at you, but unable to penetrate through your armor. And it's like kind of like a tide. They just nip at your feet and keep going, scurrying away into some more holes and away from kind of wherever you guys are standing.
Yeah, I'm gonna just watch them go and then slowly look back over at Code. I don't think they came from a crypt in here.
No, it's obvious that they were under some debris. Like I said, you picked up a sheet, and they just came running out.
I'm gonna look at Hosea real quick and just say, I'm starting to wonder if you are the danger.
Jules, you wanted to cast a spell?
Yes,
Jules?
I do. Yes, I do. I wanna go over here where I'm kind of have people all on different sides of me in case something crazy happens. And I want to cast Identify on this little orb thing that I found.
Okay. All right. So you cast your spell.
And I do a roll 20 for that?
No. No.
No, I don't do anything.
Well, it depends on what you want to do after it, but it has a faint aura of divination magic on it.
What kind of magic?
I'm cutting out.
So he's getting packet loss, but I'm going to assume he's saying divination. Still getting packet loss there.
Yeah, it's divination magic.
You're good.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the damn microphone or if it's Discord, but never had problem with just roll 20. You all right over there?
Me? I just have a lot of mucus built up. That's all.
No problem. It's that time of year.
Yeah, it's also cold in here, so it just triggers my asthma. I'm so sorry.
It's all right. No problem.
You just want me to do a d20?
No,
I don't have to
No.
do anything?
not identify.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, identify is kind of based on how long you keep it going. Like the first round, you find something out, and if there's more, even if you keep concentrating on it, then the next round, if there's more to find out, you get more, and it keeps going until you found everything out that you can, or someone ruins your concentration.
Okay. So
Given the
you
fact
were
that you're out there by yourself right now, there's nothing to wear on your concentration.
got it. Okay, and you said the only thing I found out about this thing is that it's used for some sort of divination.
And then there's 20 different ruins on it.
Do I know what kind of can I read the runes?
No, you've never seen these ruins before.
All right, so then Jules going to yell out to anybody close enough to hear her, does anybody read runes?
I don't know. Do I read runes? Is that a specific language?
It kind of
Usually
depends if the
one.
runes are magic runes or if the runes are a language.
Correct.
Can I walk over to her and just ask and say, like, let me see him?
Yeah.
All right. Let me see it. Let me take a look.
Help yourself, ma'am.
Now, you're not sure what these ruins are. You've never seen them before either. But as you kind of pass the ball or the orb from one of you to the other, you notice that the ruins, everything kind of shifts across the surface. The ruins don't shift randomly. Like, they all move at once, and they are all still together, but the ruin that's like at the top of the it's hard to explain. It's kind of like the outer sphere moves, the outer part moves around on its own. So when you move the orb, it kind of rotates them around, and you get a different ruin at the top.
Like a Rubik's Cube?
No, more
Magic 8-ball.
Magic 8-ball. Thank you.
Okay.
That's what it is. It's kind of like a Magic 8-ball where they're not moving independently. They all move together at once, and just one appears at the top. A new one appears at the top when you move it.
Now, did that seem to happen just because it traded hands, or because it traded hands in a different location?
No, it's because it traded hands. It's kind of like as you hand it off to another, it kind of moved fluidly on its own.
Haseo, you hold it.
I think I'm good.
Joel, take it back.
Jewel takes it and she shakes it as hard as she can and then just looks with wide eyes very, very closely as almost she's like she's willing something to happen.
You see that the ruins do move around, and they kind of slowly keep turning and turning until another ruin appears at the top, but a different ruin than the one you've seen before.
I stand up very straight and look back at Ko and say, "It's speaking to me."
What does it say?
I don't know. I don't speak its language. I think it likes me.
Zampiros looks at Talk Tilkun and says, "If she explodes, let me know." And I start walking away.
If she explodes, I think we'll all know.
I think that with him saying that, I'm actually going to move just a little away from her.
I'm just going to pocket the orb. Save it for later.
Okay.
Slowly pat it
Everyone thought I was going to be.
to keep it happy.
So, Ari, you moved south, and Ashleen moved towards the puddle. We're gonna go to Ashlyn. What's going on? What are you gonna do?
I'm going to roll an Arcana check. I think that acts kind of sort of like Detect Magic.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly. It's been a while.
All right. Yeah. If you're trying to detect magic,
Oh, I don't
then there's no.
know.
Okay, Arcana. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah. There's nothing.
I don't know anything.
No. Yeah. It doesn't correlate to anything magical that you know of.
Hmm.
Zampiros is going to investigate
She's
the well.
going to tip her toe in it.
You're gonna stick your toe in it? Okay.
Sure you don't want to just poke it with a stick?
As
Yeah,
you stick
yeah,
your
stick a toe.
There's a sleeping crocodile. Let's poke it with a stick. You kind of toe it. You put your toe in it. You don't really feel anything. I mean, it like gives way. It definitely has some. Yeah, it is. Crikey. It gives way. I mean, it's fluid in that manner. But like two pseudopods come out from either side and try to grab your leg, but they both come. You know, you pull your unless you're going to keep your leg there, you pull it back in time to avoid being grappled by the pseudopods.
She's too terribly curious about this water sheet because she was about to swirl her toe around to see if it feels like jelly or if it just feels like water. And as they're coming out,
What kind of armor is Ashlyn wearing?
I am wearing
Studded leather.
Studded leather. inventory. Yeah, studded leather.
Okay. All right.
Has an AC of 12, but my AC in total is 14.
Okay. Yeah. So you still, nothing happens aside from the two pseudopods trying to grapple your leg.
Roll to see if they do. grapple me?
Yeah, I rolled the 12.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. So they don't grapple. Of course. I'm
Correct.
sorry.
Yeah, you kind of jump back before they could do anything.
Hmm. I know I want to do something. I just have to look at my action.
While you're thinking about that, I'm going to go to Airy.
What do I see? Is this a puddle or is it a hole?
No, that's a hole. And there's you do notice the statue to the north of it. But the hole it's kind of like it's about 15 feet long, 3 feet wide, and about 5 feet deep. And it's really kind of empty. It looks like just bless you. It looks like it could have been like a pocket, almost like oh shoot, what's the word I'm looking for? Sinkhole, yeah. Where the rain and time has kind of eroded the top, and it just turned into a hole.
Does it look like there's anything leading away tunnel wise?
No, you don't see anything attached to it.
I'll pick up a rock and throw it into the bottom.
Okay, it makes a nice thunk.
Nothing moved though.
Nothing moved.
All right, I will move up and take a look at the statue then in a
Okay.
minute.
All right, this is actually kind of a large statue, especially in comparison to the other two that you looked at, which were closer to human-sized. This statue is made out of granite and depicts a beautiful but demonic-looking woman smiling with arms outstretched. Oh, excuse me. There's an inscription written at the bases of the statue, and it's written in common and says, "Berna, she will still be standing here long after you're gone." And surrounding the statue are 4 marble obelisks, each about 3 feet high. Kind of like one here, one here, one here. Are you seeing? Everyone seeing the circles?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. And then
Yeah.
you're standing next to one of them, Airy.
Do they look like something you would put an offering on, or
No, they are pointed obelisks, so they do come to a point at the top. And there are runes written on. You can see runes written on the one that you're standing next to.
magical, or in a language I understand by chance?
What languages do you understand?
Goblin, common, and infernal?
Well, lucky for you, they are written in Infernal. So the one you're standing next to says foes.
I'll go around and read the others.
Okay, what direction are you? Like I said, there's one located here, one located here, and one located here. Where are you going? What one are you looking at?
We'll go northwest, which will be up and there.
That one says love.
Northeast.
Conquers.
And the last one.
All.
love conquers all foes.
Now that's that sappy shit that Talk can get behind.
An infernal?
And I go up to the northwest and then touch it and proceed clockwise around, touching each of those.
Okay. All cold granite, but nothing happens after you touch them all.
Alrighty. Well, this is boring. He wants to get a better look at the statue just to see if there's anything he missed.
Okay. Ari has been is Ari a resident of Shadefall, or was he?
I think we said he was.
Okay. Give
But
me a
you know,
history check.
or at least in that area, the guy that owned him was a
Right,
necromancer.
right. I do remember now. Yeah. Give me a history check. Yeah, you don't see anything out of the ordinary other than what I've already described for your perception. Okay. Yeah, beyond you're not too sure. It's you don't recall anything that would relate to this. You're not too sure.
Yes, I have good bonuses, but I roll for crap. All right, I'll let the next person go, but I'm going to meanwhile move to S8.
Okay. All right. Flynn, you decided what you wanted to do?
Who?
Yeah, Ash, you.
Oh, I did Divine Sense. You're gonna have to scroll up a little bit. Unless you want me to post it in again.
Is the ooze evil?
Oh, Divine Sense. Okay.
It does within 60 feet, too. I can detect a lot of things.
No,
It only lasts for one turn, I think.
nothing happens. You do not smell any odor. No heavenly music.
Alright. Uses this to judge that they must not be bad if they're not evil, and sin.
What are you gonna do? You don't. It doesn't have an alignment for you. Yeah.
Because she doesn't sense evil from it, so
Correct.
it must not be bad. Her logic is, oh, it's not evil, therefore not bad.
Okay.
I'm gonna do an acrobatics to have her like a somersault jump into it. Just back up a little bit, run and jump.
Right. You're gonna jump into the middle of the pond, the pool, the puddle. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. Let's see what the dice say.
Yeah.
How much I fuck it up. Oh god! Oh shit! Well, this will be
So
good.
Ashton tries to do a somersault backflip with a 2.5 pike, and kind of just lands on her ass in the middle of the pool. At which point, you find the pool just kind of like tries to envelop her completely.
Do I see this from 90 plus feet away?
Yeah, if you can give me a straight line, that's a straight line.
Well,
I forgot I don't have any spells.
you see her.
Yeah. Well, hold on a second. No, because she would. Hold on a second. She would actually be there. So, because she did an acrobatic jump into the middle of the pool, and yeah, no one's got a straight line of sight on her because of the corner of the building.
They hear?
Did you just get bigger?
No, she might have when I moved it.
Rude.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I forgot to move it. Sorry about that.
I'm not saying that no one really heard her because everyone's talking about other things. They're definitely not. They don't have their point of attention on you. they saw you and Airy wander off on your own, so I guess, common sense would tell them that you're not, you're with Airy. So unless
Yeah, I
you...
noticed that 2 people were missing from the group, and
Right, yeah, I
Mark
saw...
told me they're southwest.
Yep. And that's about all you know.
Question.
Yeah.
She had enough time to pull out a signal whistle as it's trying to envelop her, or is
Yes,
she kind
because
of dazed
it's-
from landing on her ass?
Basically what's happening is it's trying to envelop you, but you're able to kind of fend it off and keep it from getting a good hold on you. So yes, you can pull out a signal whistle and use that if you'd like.
Oh, it lets me. I don't know if this is rolling. Okay.
Okay.
So she goes as hard as she can on the whistle. Should I roll the d20 to see
Nah,
if she fucks that up or not? Or...
No. No, that's fine. So everyone hears Ashland's whistle.
Having likely had my head half within the well, trying to begin investigating S14, my character will just like snap his head up and look left, like, what in the ruin is tanked? And I'll start dashing over that way. That's...
Okay.
Talk will follow suit.
All right. So 50 feet.
As Zump passes by, would I be able to just kind of smack him with a long strider real quick, or is he moving too fast?
Just give me a die 20 roll just to see if you can catch him. Yeah, you can hit him. That's good.
So essentially, what he does is like as he sees Zumps passing him, he just like quick draws his or actually his long strider contact, or is that? Yes, it is touch. So he draws his hammer in one hand, like kind of a quick draw, and as Zump passes him, he kind of slaps him on the back with his free hand to give him that extra 10 feet of speed.
Okay.
Just
All right,
Alright,
I'm
so-
doing a dash action. Does that mean I get 20?
think so.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Who else is moving?
Joel's
Tonka
gonna
is
move.
after that spell.
All right. Yeah, Tonka did his spell. Hasio takes 2 steps and checks to see what Coat is doing. Ashland, give me an initiative.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna see if I can make my tokens smaller.
I guess before I move,
Resize.
did I run into anything in S8?
We're going to say that you were just outside the door before you heard the whistle. So you haven't gone in SE8 yet.
Are we all rolling initiative?
Right now, just her, because everyone else has to move to get to her. If you'd like to roll initiative, just so you know where you are in the place of everything, go right ahead.
There we go. Now I'm smaller. Alright. Initiative.
7.19.
What the hell?
So that's the dexterity, like if anybody else rolls a 7. The point is his dex, so that way you can tell who's actually first.
All right, so if there's a tie on 7, who goes first? Okay.
I don't know if it's posting.
Okay.
There we go. Oh god.
That and forgive me because my token's not attached.
Anyway, it's.
My
I
token's
didn't have
not
my
attached
tokens
either, so
Alright, I fit in a square now.
Oh wait, are we all rolling initiative? I thought he
You
said.
want?
Just those two.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I definitely want an initiative from
Fiery goes first.
Zump because he's running towards it.
Oh no.
No, that means you go sooner. 'cause it's
boy,
right.
we're really cooking.
Oh wow.
No. I'm sorry. Later. Math.
All right, so it attacks. The puddle won initiative, so it will go again.
I think I'm the only one who got higher.
Oh God! Oh,
So, all right. Hey.
I thought it cut out for a second. I was like,
It kind of grapples you. Hold on a second here. Trying to get advanced roll. Don't worry about any of those rolls.
I'm still traumatized by the 37 I saw earlier.
All right. So you take 8 bludgeoning damage. I'm sorry, not 8. 4 bludgeoning damage as it's grabbing onto you, and 4 points, 8 points of acid as it as the ooze
oh,
burns your skin.
I might need to make another character. I'm at 1 HP.
12 points. With how many hit points do you have?
I'm 13.
13. Okay, you got 1 left.
Oh God!
We haven't even done anything yet.
Oh no, I definitely set the example of don't touch the oil.
Oh, yeah, but she was mainly focusing on the building in front of her. So she may have not really been listening to you.
And backflipped into a suspicious puddle.
Well, it wasn't evil, she thought.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't
Say,
be
you
suspicious.
got the next initiative. Go ahead.
I have that next.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. I will.
Haseo.
Yeah, you got
That's me.
7.19.
I will slow down to
well, no, I
walk
had a
speed.
9. That's how I was.
Hold on. It's Haseo.
He rolled higher than me.
Oh, well, he said Haseo. Maybe he meant Spoon.
Yeah, hold on. Let me look. I mean, the only issue. Yeah, the only initiatives I'm seeing here are. Oh wait, talk is that?
Oh, it's because I
Yeah.
didn't click myself. So it
Oh,
didn't
I'm
show
sorry.
up.
No,
We'll
Well,
say like my character on screen is not tied to the character
right. I
in
got
the journal, so it's not putting it. It won't put it in the list.
Yes, technically you should have gone first. So let's do a little retconning. Talk, you go.
Do I add the health back or no?
Hold on. We'll wait and see what Talk's action does.
Okay.
There's supposed to be a
So
list.
let's see here. So we'll go ahead. We'll get him within range here, moving his full 30
I
feet.
think.
And so is it currently grappling with her? Like if I'm putting a range attack into the slime, there's a possibility of damage to her?
The slime is large enough that unless it has area of effect, if it's a direct attack, you can target somewhere else in the puddle, and you'll be fine. If it's an area effect, it all depends on what the spell effect is.
All right. Well,
Yeah, I'd have to like roll to not die. Hopefully. Yeah, I have 3 death saves.
well, we're gonna go ahead and once he rounds that corner, he's gonna kind of see what's going on, obviously. And
It's trying to envelope her.
okay, so with his hammer in hand again, it kind of I'm just adding in flavor for how the spell looks when he casts it, but he's casting the firebolt cantrip into the slime puddle.
And that is not an area effect. That is a direct attack. So,
Yes.
Go ahead.
So he kind of draws his hammer and he goes ahead and kind of like a silver energy builds up around it before that firebolt forms from him. And we're going to go ahead and see if this shit hits. Sorry, this crap hits. It slips out a little bit.
So you rolled a 10.
Is
Hold
she
on,
in
I accidentally
oil?
backed out. Oh, we're back. Okay.
We all good?
Yeah,
guess
no,
you'll
I
find
hit the
out.
wrong button on my mouse and accidentally.
All right. You send a bolt of fire at it, and it definitely impacts into the puddle. Go ahead and roll damage.
Gotcha.
Does it set the area on fire?
No, it's not an area of
Okay.
effect attack. It's kind of like a
Oh
burning.
god, you gotta. Okay.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure I was getting lit
Yeah, you're safe.
that way.
Well, it does 1 damage.
All right. Okay, so it then makes its attack on Ashlyn and beats her. So yeah, your health you're still at 1 health now.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
now Haseo goes.
talk is no longer the talk of yesterday.
Just a quick question. Since her damage depended on what Talk did, did she keep the damage or no?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, we only retconned it
so
enough.
I don't have to subtract anything else.
No, you don't have to change anything. Everything stays the way it was before Talk moved.
Okay.
So you were still
So I'm
hit.
still at 1 HP.
Yes. You were still hit. You were still burned by the acid from it.
Never separate. Party. The number 1 D&D rule, don't separate.
Is it me?
Say, oh yeah, you're next on the.
And I'm still looking over at Cole if we're going to help, right? And I'll kind of just walk casually because I don't know how much I can do with a fist and my feet in a boomerang to help someone in a pool of something that just attacked me. So I'm gonna just go halfway. I just look left and right. I'm stuck between being a good person and my job, so I'm gonna just land right here.
Okay. Let's see here. Next up will be Ari. Ari?
No one can hear you if you're talking.
Yep, I hear you.
Okay.
What are you looking at your thing to see what you're gonna do?
He's mapping out how fast he can get there by the looks of it.
Yeah. I'm gonna drink more.
Next, I don't see anything.
Yeah, don't get too lit too quickly with this drink. Always a game of roulette with these.
Everyone? There we go. Back on.
Yep.
Ashlyn, it's your
Welcome
turn. It's your turn.
It's mine now?
Yep.
Okay, so I was wondering if she can do lay on hands pool where she is.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not. It hasn't grappled you, so you can certainly do whatever you would like to do.
All right. I'm going to touch myself and bless myself to try and heal my wounds. So I think this just automatically does it, or I roll a d20.
Yeah.
Not 100% sure.
No, it's an honor. I mean, you're just touching somebody, and since you're blessing yourself, you just roll how much you get back.
Oh, equal to my paladin level.
Paladin level times
I
5,
am level
right?
1, so 6, I guess I can roll a d6.
Well, a paladin should be able to give a certain amount of points back in a day, or per time. So it's not a roll.
It said 5 plus it's right, but it's 5 plus my level, so that would be 6. And then, from what I understand, roll for that, or do I automatically
No.
get the 6?
That you
Also-
could do the 6.
Yeah, it's automatic. You decide.
I can do this 4 more times before I have to take a long rest to get them. I think is not my understanding, or is it only 1 a day?
I think when you use up the pool, it's done.
Yeah, when the pool's empty, the pool's empty, and it's a long rest, I believe.
Okay. It's just well and beyond it still has options, so I'm making sure that I can't use it again until a long rest.
Yeah, hold on a second. I just
It should tell you in the description.
So yeah, with that pool, you have a pool of healing power equal to your paladin level times 5. You can draw from that pool to restore
Oh, okay. So,
up to the maximum amount in the pool. So whatever you use from the pool is what you have or what have left until you can do a long rest. So you have 5 points that you can heal. If you choose to use 2 of them, you still have 3 later.
to your paladin level times 5.
Yes. So
So 1 times 5 would be 5 then. Okay, you're right.
Right.
Right, let me subtract 1. I'm at 6 health, so that's better than 1. And that's going to be my action. Or can I do a bonus action?
Well, you can do that as an action. You still have a move action. Every round you get a move action and an attack action. That could be your attack action if you still want to do a move action.
I kind of want to save that to do a reaction. But I'm gonna try and move out. I'm in the center, right? So
Yeah. It's not deep. I mean, it's not like you just your acrobatic roll just landed you on your butt. You can certainly stand up and get out. It's not deep that you're stuck in it. But because you are in the puddle, it will have an attack of opportunity against you if you try to leave.
Fuck. No, I'm gonna. Well, she would know this, so she's gonna stay. Because don't want to get yeeted right now. So yeah, she's just gonna stay there, and as a reaction, if she gets hit, she gets an opportunity attack.
Sure.
So she'll hit back with a dagger when she gets hit eventually.
Sounds good. All right, who's next? Coat. Coat's next.
I just met these people yesterday. There's a whole lot of people running towards her. I am not beefy. I will stay where I am.
All right. Moving on to Zamperios.
All right. 5, 10. My character will just turn around the corner and see whatever the heck is happening over here, and just in absolute abject shock, just yell, "Mrs. Leviathan, what in the changes net?" and continue moving forward. And he's gonna start fishing for his sensor around his belt, and then he's gonna throw it in her general direction. Grab this!
If I move, they're gonna hit me again. Are you stupid? I know if I move, they're definitely gonna hit me.
Out of
You
character.
want me dead?
Out of character. Reaction attacks only happen if you, the person, are willingly moving away. Not if someone is dragging you or pulling you away. Because this game is
She
weird.
doesn't. Alright, in game, she probably doesn't know this.
No, that you wouldn't know that. But then in game you wouldn't know that if you got out on your own, you would be attacked either. So it goes both ways on that.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's just assuming that she'd be attacked, regardless if she moves. So she's just standing there with her dagger out, just, I guess, how do I describe it? In a boxer kind of stance with one fist, the dagger kind of in front of her, and the dagger's kind of pointing down towards the pool versus up. and her other hand kind of poised to get her whip. It's not quite to her hip, it's kind of just in front of her chest, but with an open hand.
Okay. All right. Okay. Talk back to you.
So, for lack of a better option, we're gonna do Firebolt again. Keep it simple, and just try
All right.
to burn away this blob thing, whatever it happens to be.
All right.
Hopefully
Go ahead
it doesn't
and roll.
hit.
That
That's
is
a hit.
12.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh,
And that looks much better.
All right.
He's warmed up his servos a bit.
You not have it on your character sheet? You could roll off that.
It's all PDF, so it's like a bunch of weird conversion crap I have to do, which is sucky.
You're gonna hear from her a bunch of expletives as she sees a firebolt landing into the pool.
But once again, the fire does not get anywhere near her, but it definitely does hit the pool of water, the puddle of water of oil, which again strikes out at. Oh,
Oh. Is it daytime or is it nighttime?
daytime.
Okay, alright. Nighttime is when she's kind of like Puss in Boots. I forgot to ask that earlier. Like,
Did she just die?
No.
It kind
It
of
goes to-
sounds like she just died.
No, she just got hit.
in real.
I don't think it can
No,
do
I
enough
was
damage.
at 1 healed and now I'm at 6.
Yeah, but it can't
guys
do
don't
enough
know that in
damage until, to kill her outright, so she would be in death saving throws.
Yeah. So, 3 points from the pseudopod, and
Oh yeah, because it's acid.
and 9 points from the acid.
Oh, I am down. Yeah.
So, yeah. Not enough to kill her
How
outright.
many is
Yeah.
that? 9, 10, 12.
You all-
12.
The two
May I
of
ask a quick question?
yeah, go ahead.
Is that doubled because it was a crit?
Yes.
That's a lot of damage.
It is not double her HP, though, which is the important part.
Correct.
What is her HP?
13.
It's her
It was-
max.
13.
If it had been
max
2
It was
points
in
more, she
total
would have been
13.
insta-dead.
But I was at 1 and then I healed myself for 6.
Right.
Yeah, but it's got to be double your max HP, doesn't it?
Yes.
To die?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not your current HP.
Oh.
It's max HP. So yeah, she's down. She kind of just crumples into the pool, but she is not dead. She does have her save throws yet.
And then just to clarify, any hit that she takes while she's
So-
down is an insta crit, right?
I think it's an
don't
instant
think
failed
that
save.
counts.
Yeah. that's
Yeah.
what I-
Yeah. It's an instant failed save. Yes.
It's an instant fill?
Yes.
Oh, fuck. Okay, well, that's gonna automatically. I only have 1 to not fail at then. And I would think of her as like unconscious, not like.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it is. Right now, she's unconscious. So the next one to go is Hiseo.
Since it's acid, would it kind of be eating away at her clothes?
Hiseo's having a really hard internal struggle, whether to go help or stay by Ko's side, which is kind of the most important thing to him. So I think if the character himself is torn, what should I do to decide for him? Because that's really like a 50-50. Hey, stay by her or go help some person you just met.
Well, it looks like
Did
Talk did say help. Looks like Talk is yelling help.
If
Oh,
I
no, I
can't
was saying
answer
guys
with
are
Jake
both
was saying,
players.
I'll just wave my hand at Haseo to let him know that he's fine to continue.
I rolled initiative as
That's,
well.
yeah. I'll bring you in a second.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure that was thrown out.
Yep.
He's not going his full movement. He's going closer, but still looking back to see that Ko is alone, and she seems to just be standing there.
Okay.
And that's really all he can do is get right here.
Okay. Jules, go ahead.
How far can I move?
I think it's 30 for you.
30 feet?
Or 60
Oh.
if you
If I what now?
dash.
What does a dash require?
You just dash.
It's W speed.
It's double your speed, but you don't get any other actions. It's like it's a double move is what it is.
Oh.
Instead of doing anything else, you just take 2 moves.
Well, it's not going to do me any good to just go 30 feet, so I guess I'm going to dash.
Okay. All right, so that puts you in there the next round.
Okay.
Do you have a bonus action?
Do I? Do I? Let me look.
You're a bard. You
Can't
might
wait
have
to
a
see
healing
what Puss
spell
in
as a
Boots
bonus
does.
action.
I do have a bonus action. Okay. I did not think I did. As bonus action, I creature.
Do you have healing word?
Not as a bonus action. But I do have bardic inspiration.
Hold on a second. Healing word is a cantrip. If you have it, it is a bonus action.
Healing word is a first level
Really?
spell.
Spell.
Is it? Oh, I'm sorry. It's a first level spell, but yeah, it
Yes,
is a
it
bonus
is.
action if you do have
And
it.
I don't have healing word. I have cure wounds.
Okay, that I don't think is a bonus action.
No, and that one's a touch spell.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
have.
Word is a ranged spell.
So
Yeah.
maybe I should have gotten the different spell then. Whoops. Regardless, I have bardic inspiration as a
Okay.
bonus action. And I have two weapons fighting as a bonus action, and I do have 2 handheld weapons. So does that mean I can actually like use my daggers to like slice some things?
I
Next
don't.
turn.
Yeah, next turn. Yeah, the only thing you get is a simple bonus action. I'm going to say no because your bonus action for 2-weapon fighting is kind of predicated on the fact that you used an attack already.
Okay, gotcha.
Bonus.
And I don't think inspiration is probably going to do much, huh?
Well, no, because if you use it, if you give your inspiration to somebody, that gives them an extra die 6 on their next roll.
So
But I can't
whoever's-
do that right now, you said.
Oh no, you can do bardic inspiration. That's a bonus action for you.
And that roll can be like an attack or a save.
Yeah,
Or a check, even, I think, right?
I believe that.
Check.
Okay, so I wouldn't necessarily need to inspire her. I would inspire somebody that's going to be helping her.
Yeah, you
so
can
either
do that.
talk or Zump, probably, since they're the closest, yeah.
Okay. So then I guess I'm going to do, where did it go? I'm going to do bardic inspiration on Zump. And hold on. Does it tell me how to do this? Does not tell me what this requires. So I don't know if I have to touch him or what I have to do.
No, you don't.
You have to be able to do something bardic. So
Bardic?
strumming a lute, sing a little song.
Mhm. I can do that.
Okay.
Zump, I want you to know that you've got this under control. And I think that you can kill this thing by yourself. And that's it. That's all I got.
So you feel yourself oddly inspired by this little tune.
Had she already used her inspiration from you?
No.
That
What
was
does
a-
that do?
You can have double inspiration? That's wild.
Well, no, because it's bardic inspiration is a class feature of theirs.
Oh, dang it. I was like, oh, bet.
So yeah, until she uses the inspiration I gave her, that's her personal inspiration. Bardic inspiration is something she gives to others, and that's her That's whatever her ability is.
I just wanted to sing Avril, y'all.
Mimic a person.
Haseo. All right, Ari, it's your turn. Am I? Yeah, I'm still good. Okay.
Yep.
Aries just the quiet, stoic individual that he is.
He's a cop. The more noise he makes, the more likely he gets eaten.
A very good rationale.
I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on the creature.
Okay.
Oh, isn't that an AoE though? It was saved.
Nope.
Oh, it's the one you point at, right? Right.
Hold on. Wrong way to do it. Why isn't it in my list?
Oh,
Well, it needs to make a DC 13 save, then we'll worry about damage.
Okay.
hearing Discord read your messages.
DC 13 Wisdom.
Wisdom. Yep. Nice roll, but not enough. So it takes full damage, and it has
It's
already
a
taken
roll.
damage, so it's a die 12 necrotic.
Yep, it takes 10.
All right.
Oh, it did take hits.
You all see the pool just kind of ripple. In what you're not too sure. You don't know what it would mean for a pool of oil, but it definitely had an effect. Who's after Ari? Ari is Ashling. Go ahead and roll a die 20 for death save.
Roll it for me? Or do I roll myself? Alright, never mind. Okay. That's my AC, so I don't remember how it works. Is it success?
It's a flat d20 roll. If you roll above 10, you get a success. If you roll below, you get a fail.
Yeah. So you got one success. You got to get 3 successes or to survive 3 failures in your
Oh,
on a natural one. A natural 1 is
that one is
2 success, 2 failures, and a natural 20 counts as 2 successes. So you're got 1 success in. After Ashlyn is.
Oh, I'm assuming they're both going to hit me, and then I'll just automatically fail too. I'll see how to roll it now.
Well, it's only 1 attack, so if it does hit you, it's only 1 attack.
Right, but it's 2 hits.
No. It's one hit. You take bludgeoning and acid,
Right.
but it's only 1 hit. It's just 2 types of damage. So if it hits, if it does attack you next round, if it's a lot still around to attack you next round, it would only count as 1 failure, not 2.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Okay. Kodaka.
It is still not within my best interest to go over.
Okay. So still holding action.
Man, this water is interesting.
Yeah, this is a really neat. This is a really nice well. Sapiro.
All right, so I have 2 options here. I could walk up here. I could bodily just grab her and just like get her out of the clue goo.
Mm-hmm.
However, to leave, I would also have to take an attack of opportunity because no one has provoked one yet.
Right.
And this thing's been rolling like a savage, so I am instead going to use one of my 2 spell slots to cast Cure Wounds.
Okay, so you're going into the puddle. Touch her.
Yep.
If you go in, you're gonna get
Okay.
them.
All right. What kind of armor are you wearing?
Scale mail.
Scale mail. All right. So that is metal.
And
That'll
by
take
the
longer
way,
to burn off, right?
when Ari cast that spell, everybody heard a big tolling
Oh,
bell.
yeah.
So
That is.
everything around here knows we're here.
Yeah. That is true.
Oh, okay, alright. I heal 8.
Yep, unfortunately I rolled minimum.
Yep. But that also counts as you being stabilized, so you no longer have to make rolls.
Alright, so I'm up now.
Wow,
And
plus 7.
roll 20 is reading to me.
Jules,
Oh, Christ. I'm sorry, ignore me. I'm gonna mute myself.
Jeff.
it's your turn.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't have a whole lot else I can do. So, is there anything that I can slash? I mean, it's goo, right? Like, can I?
It's like an oily residue.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously has some form because it beat the living hell out of Ashlyn.
Um.
Damaging cantrips also work.
Yes.
Okay. Let me. You know what? I'm gonna try to do prestidigitation again
Okay.
and make the water as cold as I possibly can
Okay.
again, and just see what happens.
Okay. So you cast it again. Once again, the frost kind of forms up, and then quickly dissipates.
Does the goo freeze?
Not at all. It does not seem to be harmed at all by it.
Whale.
Doc, your turn.
So is Ash conscious at this point? Or is she still unconscious but stabilized?
I'm going to say she's conscious. Maybe not completely with it, but she's definitely conscious.
Okay. Well, we're gonna get around this fucking shit sandwich here real quick. Sorry, crap sandwich. I'm keep on forgetting about the cursing thing. So Talk is also he's basically gonna go over and he's gonna just yoink her out of the
Well,
just
Zump
yoink her out of the
has-
slime.
if I'm not mistaken, Zump picked her up.
Oh shit, did I mishear that? Ah,
I
said
cast
it
Cure
again.
Wounds, I can't do both.
Okay. All right. That's fine then. And Talk, you can pick her up.
Yeah, so Talk's basically gonna yoink her out of the slime and pull her back to away from it before she ends up going down again.
What's your body made out of?
Metal.
Metal. Okay, so as you take one step in, you feel the acid from the creature's, exterior burning into you. Take 1 point of damage,
Gotcha.
and then you can grab her and pull her out.
So he moved 10 feet in to grab, so he's gonna basically pull her out back 20 feet around that corner, essentially. So basically, they'd be right here where
Yep.
I moved to talk.
Okay, good. Okay, the ooze then goes and tries and grapple Zomp. And in its weakened state, doesn't do very well. Haseo.
Oh my god. Hiseo's mindset as he just takes a couple steps closer is I'm a monk and I physically hit things and this is a bad idea. So what's happening in the oil? Is he trying to pick her up?
Tonk has has successfully picked her up and moved her to where his location is. She hasn't moved her token yet. So they're both.
Oh, that's why that's confusing.
Yeah, they're
Okay,
both where Talk is.
All right, so I see that he has her. I am using all of my movement to go back over here, and I'm looking at her with my eyes wide. And Sayo doesn't curse. It would be the equivalent of WTH, but he says that in Elven to her,
Okay.
and he kind of just face palms slightly.
Okay.
So he just left his Imperios over there in the gelatinous cube.
Yeah.
Yep.
Harry, it's your turn.
Well, make another save. DC 13 Wisdom.
All right. So, no. Go ahead and do your full damage.
Oh, only 5.
Only 5. All right. Ashlyn. Ashlyn.
Ash, you said you were back, right?
Sorry, switched. I grabbed the wrong chair.
So you're kind of like you're kind of doppy, but you're feeling a lot better than you were.
How much of my armor is eaten away?
Yours, none.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it will only affect full metal armor or and talk case a body.
Okay, so she's gonna, exclaim, "That's not goo, it's friggin' acid!" And she's gonna realize that she is not on the ground. I think, is he still holding her, or did she put her
He
down?
did not state he was putting you down yet, so he's still holding.
Yes,
All
I
right,
am still
so
holding
she-
you, and it is obvious it is acid at this point.
All right, box is on.
So she just like takes in that she is in a robot's arm and not on the ground, and just looks like a deer in headlights. Let's see. I think that's it. That's all I'm gonna ever do because I don't have any spells or anything to do.
Kodika, I'm assuming you're not
Did
doing
I
anything.
get healed more again?
Well,
Well,
here's the thing. Let me ask, because what I've seen from here that Zumperios fell in, he's a healer. That is reason to move.
No, you can't because of the corner of that building. You do not have line of sight on him.
I don't move. Wait. Did he yell out or anything?
No, I was just reading Haseo's post.
You probably heard me go like, "What in the changer's name? Get out! Grab this!" And that's about it.
I can see everybody but the healer. I will move 30 feet so that I can try and get eyes on him at least.
All right.
Am I
Yeah, I'm
able
gonna good enough that you can see that he is in the goo.
Okay, then in that case,
I'm on the edge of the goo, but not in the goo.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, unlike Ashlyn, he is on the outside of it.
oh, okay. When you grappled, you failed to grapple. Did
Yeah,
you
he
say
rolled
you
like
went to
a
grapple
3.
him earlier?
He didn't grab her because he was just he kind of just reached out, touched her shoulder.
My apologies. I thought you'd said that it went to go and grapple Imperios, but I couldn't remember if it succeeded or not.
It did. It
No,
failed.
he did. He just touched her so he could heal her.
Oh, okay. So then Zumperios is actually fine from what I can tell?
Yeah.
Oh, then I'll stay here.
He's not reacting in any form of distress.
Okay, then I'll just stay here.
Okay. Zimperios, it's your turn.
All right. Seeing my character's hand is probably smoking from like the scales on his hand, he's like, "Ugh, disgusting." He's gonna casually just like kind of just turn his back to the ooze, and I'm gonna declare disengage as he like idly bats a tentacle away that tries to like hit him with an opportunity attack.
Okay.
He's gonna like look at the rest of the group. All right, that'll be done swimming in the acid monster.
Well,
You should kill it so others don't die from it.
Well, my turn is over. I use disengage.
yeah, it's Jules' turn.
I agree with Hasio's sentiments.
Hashling, the sea
I'm gonna
paladin
take
of
the
Hashset
chance
dies inside
that
from
this
being
thing is
aided.
sentient and cast vicious mockery.
Okay.
Let's see, because I think that does it. Did it show up? Okay, good. So I'm gonna just look at the thing with like intense stare and start singing "Insane Little Membrane, Insane Little Brain, Insane Little Membrane,
All right.
Insane Little Brain."
What's its wisdom saving? What's its DC? 13. All right. Go ahead and roll die 4 damage.
Come on.
This
Really?
is my favorite damage ever. Two of you have only done one.
Freaking kidding me.
You see the pool just kind of quivers and shakes, and then it kind of disperses completely, kind of like losing its form, and it just kind of all disperses.
Did you just insult it to death?
Guys,
Yes, she just did.
that was just not a very nice sludge monster, and I don't think there was any saving the relationship. Sometimes when something is toxic in your life, it is best just to let it go. Okay? We let it go.
Remind
And
me
then-
not to make you angry.
It's gonna kind of shake it off a little bit and let out a big sigh and then just start walking away.
Boy, brute, put me down.
I'm sorry, give me a
Dare
second
you
here.
help me?
I actually have to write this down.
Are you going to go and jump in another pool of acid if I put you down?
Was this the first kill of our campaign?
And
Yes.
Was insulting a monster to death?
it wasn't evil.
Unless we stabbed
so
Ziggy
I
in his
figured
sleep.
it was fun. There's so many tempting things around. What did you guys discover? Still hoping that you put her down soon.
We discovered that it is a bad idea to jump into pits of acid.
My character is
That
just
the
going
primary
She looks
lesson
at
we
you
have
like,
learned.
are you freaking stupid? And
I
Slight
would not give me that look considering what just happened.
Guys, listen, there's a wishing well over there, and all I wanted to do was make a wish. I just want to make my wish.
She looks over to the bard. Oh, you're still alive.
Yeah, so Taki is at this point going to put down Ash, but is going to kind of be like the whole "please don't make me have to go and pull you out of some other mess again" kind of look. Just like, please, just don't.
Hey, Talk,
I'm gonna glare at him.
would you come to the south? There's a big building to the
It
south
looks
that I
cute, but
haven't
she's a halfling.
explored.
Talk nods and agrees, and he'll go ahead. That was Aerie saying that, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so
So-
he'll go and join Aerie for that.
There's also a demon statue, but it seems harmless enough.
What a segue.
What?
A demon statue.
There's this house I want to look at. By the way, don't worry about the demon statue off to the side.
Okay,
Are
so
we
is
talk-
The demon statue has writing around it. It says "Love defeats all foes." So
a riddle? I'm intrigued. Let's go.
But
I'm
I
gonna.
haven't heard that conversation.
Looking vaguely annoyed, Zampiros is gonna start prestidigitating like all of his gear clean again. And if anyone asks him, he will also do the same for them, as I assume Toktil Kun would, as he's covered in acid that's literally killing him.
Well,
Well-
it's not strong enough that it continues on afterwards. It only does its damage, and that's the end of it. It's kind of got a really fast half life.
now here's a question I
Yeah, but
don't
those
know
paintings are there
because
forever.
of Warforged. Since he got acid attacked and it damaged his body, can I heal his body with mending?
Well, as I'm far away, you can use normal cure wounds on Warforged.
But if the acid was attacking his metal body, can I mend his metal body?
Let me see. Hold on a second.
It's kind of the issue. The rules don't exactly specify, I don't think.
I'm not saying that would heal him, but it would sew up the hole that the acid made in him.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah, whatever got eroded because of that little bit of acid. Yeah, you can fix that because mending says you can fix a broken chain or a broken key. So yeah, I'll say whatever damage it did to his physical body, you can heal that up. But yeah, he still has the 1 hit point of damage, but you can mend the physical damage that the acid did.
So when he goes by me to go into this room, I'll just reach out and touch him and mend his holes.
Okay.
Gotta wait for
Can always change it turn on. I appreciate the help, short one.
I know it won't help your life force, but it'll keep the rats out.
Well, I believe it's time for them to start searching that room.
Ash is gonna start preparing to take. She's gonna start taking her rope out of her pack
Okay.
while she's walking, following them.
So it looks like only Ari and Talk are going into the other house, the octagonal house.
Yeah, the S8 building.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You walk in, and you notice that there are definitely these are old, no longer cared for, but definitely old bookshelves. But most of them are empty. You do notice that there are about 5 or so books still sitting on the shelves that no one has touched.
Well, let's take a look, my reading friend.
It's a reading rainbow. I'll keep eye out for things moving in the room.
Okay.
Since I probably can't reach the shelf the books are on anyway.
Okay. I'll yeah. All right. So Talk, you go over to one of the books. And no, nothing happens. It's just random roll to see which one it is.
Oh.
You find a book called Two Prize. TWO Prize.
Like 2 prizes of. Can I do like a quick skim of it and see like what it's about?
You pick it up and look through it. It's about a halfling running a marathon race.
That seems very improbable. A
I should
halfling
keep this
running.
one for the young ones.
The only thing a halfling runs after is dinner.
Talk will keep a hold of that one though.
Okay.
Real quick, Zimpiros, do you
How can I
require a
assist
coin for this well?
Say again?
Do you require a coin for this well, as these two are making a wish on it and you followed?
I was going to check inside of it, but otherwise, no.
Okay.
You will find at least one copper piece.
Second book you find on the shelves is entitled Baneful Dream.
Hmm.
What's that one about, Talk?
Let's find out.
Okay.
Certainly not electric sheep.
I don't know. Maybe it is.
You look through it. It's it chronicles some actions of some necromancers. So,
Well, we're for different reasons. Talk is going to hold on to that one as well.
okay.
That's dark magic talk.
All right.
I understand that.
All right. The next one you see is the spine set reads "Splendid treatise on diplomacy."
Whoa. I don't think I need to take a look through that one to know what it's about. So we are going to keep that just in case that's something Ziggy's interested in.
As you pull it out, give me a deck save.
Fuck. Nope. Curse word. Sorry. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, man.
Look, he knew what he was getting into.
What you get from those army boys.
Oh, well, I think I'm good.
Oh yeah, you're real good. You jump back just as you pull the book out, and you see it's almost you have like what we call in the IT world an oh no second. That second if you've already done something and you realize I shouldn't have done that. But you pull the book out, were kind of hinged on the book as a standard point or a support point, and the rest of the shelf just comes tumbling down. But you're able to jump back out of the way.
It's almost as if like time slowed down for him, like his processing power increased, and he just processed everything fast. It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
this bookshelf's going down.
Shouldn't have done that. Let me jump back.
Well, it's good enough to know that I need to watch the other books I pull off the shelf now.
That must be some heavy reading talk.
I get it.
I get it.
I don't get it.
So wish Jewel was there to hear that.
So you continue. I mean, these books are all spread out. So the other two books are not on the shelf that are on the same shelf. So you can go along with the other two.
Yep, we'll keep moving with that then, and just double check for these last two books.
Okay. The next one you find is a book on the spine. It says "Unambiguous Essays on Tumbling."
Perhaps
That
the
would-
halfling could use that.
I unmuted at the
While it
wrong
was
time,
rude
sorry.
to steal the words from my mouth, I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah, so we're gonna hold on to that one for our little halfling friend.
Okay. And the last book is entitled Faraway Chronicles from the Jungle, Journeys of a Journey. Or Journals, I'm sorry, Journals of a Journey.
Well, you wanted to
Ooh.
learn of other places.
So Talk would actually kind of be intrigued about this one because he's a bit of a nature nut. So
Right.
he would
Okay.
actually take that one and be like a little bit joyful about it.
Okay.
But I believe that's all the books, correct?
Yes. Those are the 5 books.
I'll show you the demon on our way to see the other people.
Oh, see, okay. All right. We're moving on to the others. So you're looking. I'm sorry. I thought you all were at this fountain here. You're all down here at the this well.
Correct.
Oh, did you
Yeah,
hear that slip?
good,
He said
checking it
wishing
out.
well.
We think it's a well. We're hoping it's a well.
I know,
Okay.
he had a Freudian slip there. He said wishing well.
You
Well,
all.
that's
I
what
figured
you've been doing.
that's what you all were doing. Yeah. So you kind of toss your coins in there to the Witcher, and you hear it fall.
For that
out.
reference. I
You hear it fall for a little bit, and then you hear a slight clunk or splash. I shouldn't say clunk, splash, as it falls about 30 feet.
Well, this was entertaining. We have something to do.
Should I wait until you guys are done talking to do something? Because Ash
I,
is
I'll be
prepping
right
to
back.
do
I'm getting a
something.
drink.
Perhaps it's more acid.
Well,
Oh.
since my wish didn't come true anyways, I guess it's okay for me to go ahead and tell you. I was kind of wishing this was the crypt,
The
but I
what?
guess it's not.
While you guys are talking, Ash is looking around to try to find a place to tie the rope to. Oh, when he comes back, I'm gonna again. Oh, and I've been rolling shit tonight.
Language.
Took me a bit to realize I did indeed swear.
Do what? Ash, what did you say?
It took me a little bit to realize that I swore after hearing someone say something about swearing.
Oh.
When I'm muted, it's because I'm chewing the cereal.
Ah.
I mean, you are a paladin. You do swear a lot, though. Those are mostly vows.
A good chunk of her personality is based off Merry and Pippin. Lord of the Rings. That's really close. To stop eating. I'm sick.
Did Haas's microphone?
No, he had to go to the bathroom.
Oh, I got you.
I wonder if that other pool is also acid. Out of game, I wonder. Not in game.
Word of advice: no backflips, please.
Oh,
Yeah,
she
you
is
even got
currently
the
trying to
yeah.
find something to use to anchor her rope.
Is everyone
You're
back?
not there, so your character doesn't see
Yes,
that.
and I
I think
actually
so.
want to still do something with this well if allowed.
Okay.
So I actually want to go ahead. It's Mage Hand, but I flavored it, so it's actually called Bloody Palm.
Okay.
It does the same thing, except for it's a white spectral hand that appears, and it like just drops of spectral blood like pop off of it every now and again.
Okay.
But it does everything the same, and I want to use it to go into the well and see if it can give me back my 1 silver.
Okay. All right. I'm just trying to. Is this kind? Is it? Are you riding the hand down there? Kind of like.
No, definitely not. No, I think that Ash has the going into unknown waters thing covered. I just want to get my money back because it
Okay.
did nothing.
Yeah, the magic hand can only pick up like 5
Yeah.
pounds.
I
Yeah,
just
but
had
1
this,
silver piece doesn't weigh 5 pounds, does it?
no. I just had this moment, a flash. I don't know if anyone else has watched the Critical Role.
Yeah, no, I'm not
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
Scanlan's hand it down.
Yeah, that's kind of what came to mind at first. I was like, is she kind of trying to do Scanlan's hand? Okay, so you send your bloody palm down there, and it picks up your silver piece and comes back up with it to you.
Thank you so much.
I rolled perception to see if I can find anything that I can solidly tie my rope to that's near this well.
Right here is a somewhat healthy brush that you could probably tie it to.
All right, with an 11 roll, she's just going to kind of assume that it'll work.
Okay.
So she's gonna tie it around that bush and then walk backwards towards the well while looking over her shoulder. Just not saying anything, just doing it.
Some
I'll have
girl
to
looks
roll
at
like a
Kodaka's like,
survival or something
just
when she
shrugs,
jumps.
like, what the fuck?
Yes. Give me a survive roll just to make sure the knot's tight enough.
While there's a brief pause here, Spoon, were you saying that like in response to the bloody palm?
I mean, partially, and then the halfling kind of like just like walking backwards into the well is like, are we letting this happen again?
I'm neutral. I'm not loyal to her.
Okay. Ashley, you throw the rope over into the
Oh
well,
God.
I
Getting-
sigh.
ready to jump down or go climb it down. And as soon as you pull one tug on it, the rope just uncoils, or the knot comes in.
Unties itself.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh,
Yeah,
so does she?
did such a really bad knot. It was like a slip knot. Kind of undoes itself, and while you're standing there on the ledge of the well, going, "Oh, that didn't work."
Can I pause you for a second?
Yeah.
All I'm imagining is Ashlyn is the bucket that I forget if it's Mary or Pippin accidentally knocks into that well, which alerts all the baddies to come after them. If you've seen Lord of the Rings, hopefully you know
I
what
know
I'm
what you're talking about. Yes.
Okay. So that's what I'm imagining of her. Of is this before she touches the well, or
No. What I'm no. You kind of like
she's
ties the ties.
jumping in?
You tie the knot off. You get your rope over to the well. You throw your rope all down in the well. Get on top of the edge of the well because it is a water well, so it's got a wall around it, like 3 feet high. So you're kind of standing on the lip of it, tugging on your rope real quick, and then that's when it just slips off the brush and comes up on your hands.
All right. So, should I roll like acrobatics to see if I fall?
No. You're fine.
I was gonna say it would be hilarious if she fell in.
Jules just gonna
Okay,
look
so-
at her and ask her if she's is trying to get a coin back too. Because if so, I'd be happy to spare you a copper to save that hassle.
How much do you
Family
weigh?
knows.
I call down the well.
I weigh. Let me see. What am I? I
More
weigh
than 5
50
pounds.
pounds.
How much?
50 pounds.
Sorry.
Oh, it's too heavy.
So it's the bard that said this to her, right?
That said about the giving you a copper, yeah.
Okay. Ash is gonna look over to the bard, pause, thinking, and answer. No, I just figured if there was ever gonna be an entrance to a crypt, it might be the well.
Can I pay you a copper not to do it anyways?
I'm not cheap. She says as she kind of squints towards you. And her lips are kind of twitching as if she's trying not to laugh.
Is she down the well?
No.
No, I'm just standing on the wall. I didn't fall in, sadly. I cry.
I'm going to look at her and say, well, you're also clearly not a sailor because you're not didn't hold.
Alright, I gotta roll a giggle roll.
With this being said, I'm going to go and start looking for the other two and just call out to Haseo and be like, we should probably go and find the others.
As I'm walking away, I'm going to say I am not fully convinced she is an ally with our best interest in mind.
No. Oh, right. So, she's no longer like being blank faced. She's I don't know how to explain it. She's showing her teeth, but still trying not to laugh, and like her teeth are clenched as a giggle starts to escape her.
So you're smiling.
She's yeah. Well, her lips are twitching over the smile. It looks
So-
kind of weird.
Jules
She's
seeing
still
all of
squinting at
this,
Jewel.
Jules seeing all of this, thinking that she's might be having a mental break, just walks over and gently takes her by the hand and helps her step down from the well and says, "It's all right, honey. Let's go find the others. I'll wrap your rope up for you." And then slowly starts to lead her away.
Okay.
Every time I go to take a sip, you say something and it goes up my nose.
Too much information
I
by a
swore
team.
again. I'm so sorry.
We're
You
going
guys
to
are
just
gonna
like
run
rifling through this wreckage, I guess.
Okay. So, she like tries to whip her hand out of your hand. It still follows, mumbling to herself.
Okay.
She's old and acting like a little kid, pretty much.
Zamperos, what were you rolling your perception on?
I'm just rifling through this wreckage.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's all it is. It's just a lot of ruin. It looks like this could have been like a shed, maybe for the building next to it. You're not 100% sure.
A shed for necromancers. I'm going inside.
All right. Let's get back to Talk and Airy real quick. You guys are standing next to the
See,
sta-
Talk,
statue.
do you like the demon?
Eh?
And I'll point out the statues and that they say, "Love conquers all foes."
Okay.
So the very first thing I'm thinking, right? Does Talk realize that the kind of void behind him is a sinkhole?
Yes, it's clearly a crevice or an opening that goes down for a little bit.
So can you see into that at all?
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah,
does it look like there's something in there?
No. Like I said, it's about 15 feet wide. I'm sorry, 3 feet wide, 15 feet long, and about 5 feet deep. So there's not a lot of shadow in there to hide anything either.
I was thinking if it was like a proper sinkhole, usually that forms because of a cavity in the ground below it. We're looking for something underground. What is the possibility that our crypt is below our feet somewhere, and all we gotta do is probably look in one of these couple of buildings nearby or something, and we'll find something. But if that's not the case, then I don't know. Talk will look over and we'll ask Gary, like, have you searched all these buildings right here yet? Considering how a statue of angel / demon is kind of the thing you'd expect to see outside a crypt of some kind.
Well, I threw a rock down in the sinkhole, but nothing happened. So at least we know it doesn't have another ooze.
Anything found in the buildings nearby?
I didn't see anything in the one behind us. I don't know about the two where Co and her friend are.
Her friend. Mm.
All right. Just so Talk's gonna look over to the two buildings that haven't been explored yet, and just to randomly choose which one he decides to search first, I'm just gonna do a D2. So a 1, he's gonna do S13 as his suggestion for him to search. If it's a 2, then he wants to go into S12 first. 2, he wants to go into S12 first. So Talk looks over at the kind of smaller building that's closer to the hole and goes, perhaps there's something here, because what would cause this small sinkhole in the ground? Realistically. Perhaps something in this house here that's closer to it can give us a clue.
Okay.
Is this little gap here something he can get through?
Yeah, it's a cracked window. So you got a cracked window here where Hassan was, one here. The main door is right here, and then it is broken in from the weather. Yeah, Airy could fit through that without any fuss or muss.
So I guess me and Airy will go ahead and check S12 then, see if we find anything.
Let's go to Zampiros, who's going into S15.
All right, what am I bushwhacked by?
What you see is a bunch of casks, and I don't mean like brewery casks. These are huge casks that have been broken and busted by the elements and by time. And there's a lot of rubble and It's it's obviously seen better times.
Ah, yes. Dwarves have been in here. In every sense of the word. Alright, I'm gonna start snooping around. Do you want perception or investigation?
Either one, whichever one's better for you.
So many dwarves.
As you're moving stuff around, they kind of roll up one of the more intact casks over, and a bunch of beetles come flying out from underneath, kind of like nipping at you as they fly by, and almost blind you for a second because the swarm is so big.
Ah, yes, the beetles the size of a child's fist. Classic.
And a moment, and after a minute or two, everything kind of quiets down, and the beetles have settled somewhere else. You don't find anything else
Okay.
of value in there. Jules, as you are the only one in S13 here, this definitely looks like an inn. There is a second floor that is somewhat intact. This one definitely looks like it has survived better than the others, but it also looks like it was ransacked shortly after the pox. Part of the roof you can see is collapsed, but I mean it is kind of the better of the buildings.
You said that there's an upstairs?
Yes.
Is there anything on the floor I can kick?
Oh, there's a lot of stuff on the floor you can kick around.
All right, I just want to pick something over here by the door and just kick it. See if there's anything underneath it.
Okay. Nothing.
Yeah. All right.
More stuff to kick, and that's about it.
That's my go-to right now.
Oh, and just a note, this isn't a bar here. That's the remains of a wall, and this is a separate room.
Oh, I thought that was a bar.
No.
Okay. Well, then I want to go in that room.
Okay. Give me a perception check. Or investigation, whichever's better.
Okay. Da, 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 da. Where is investigation? Oh, there it is. Okay. Nope. Not great.
Nope. Okay. There's a lot of rubbish, a lot of refuse.
Darn. And I just start to leave.
Okay. As you're walking out, you do catch sight of a piece of paper that's kind of fallen or been tucked under some of the rubble that you've been kicking around.
Ooh. What is this? And I open it and see if there's stuff written on it.
Okay. It's fared better, having been under something, so it's definitely fared the time better. But it's a little note you read in someone's handwriting. Given the nature of the writing, it almost looks like a woman's hand. It says, "Melwyn, I believe that strange neighbor woman with the black hair, clothes, and dark makeup is some kind of mage. I swear I saw a skeleton moving around inside her house when I walked by her front door. She wears the symbol of Amadis, too, and you know what that means. Anyway, I have the wine you ordered, and I can bring... And at that point in time, the letter becomes too damaged and too faded to read the rest of what was being said.
I read it with big, wide eyes, very curious, and try to think back on, do I know who Amadis is?
Religion check.
Did you say legend?
Religion.
Oh, religion. Okay, that makes more sense. I'm like, I didn't know there was a legend one. Okay.
Damn.
Well.
Amadis was the Taurian Empire's god for necromancy and the undead.
Ooh, this seems very important.
Her symbol was actually a skull with 3 blood teardrops under the right eye cavity.
Okay, so I definitely think this is very important. So I fold it up and I put it in my satchel.
Okay.
And go find the others.
Okay. All right,
I'd like to do something.
Go ahead.
Because I don't want to waste anything in my inventory. I'm gonna grab like a piece of ration, just like a piece of meat or something.
Okay.
Is that something I can cast light on?
Yeah, no problem.
Why not just a stick? Never mind. You do you.
I was asking, did anybody already look in there?
I'm sorry, in S11?
Yeah, I will actually look into the building to my right and ask if anyone looked down there.
Ari threw a rock down there, and it didn't have a response. There's hardly it's receiving full sunlight, so you can really see just about the entire scope of it, and there's nothing that you noticed anything. Not that you noticed anything.
Okay, if the SAO sees that, he wouldn't cast light then.
Okay, yeah.
Ashlyn's going to ask what Haseo's doing. Should I roll for the seeing or no?
I'm sorry, you broke up a little bit.
Should I roll perception?
You can.
I just wandered over.
Yeah, you can. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Yeah, there's nothing. There doesn't appear to be anything hidden, anything out of ordinary. Nothing. Nothing looks odd, except for the fact that there's a sinkhole in the back of somebody's yard.
And I can't do divine sense again. Shit. And I do Arcana.
You can do art. I mean, it's not going to give you any information on this. Arcana is more for when casting a spell, or there's something that looks arcane that you can try and decipher. It's just a sinkhole. There's nothing imagined.
And can she judge roughly how deep it is by eyeing it, or no? I don't know if you heard me. Or if his mic's dead.
I'm hearing you.
Oh, I mean, J off.
Discord's taking him again.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Yep, I'm back now. Okay, yep, Discord killed me again. Okay, yeah, it's like I said, it's 15 feet wide. 15 feet long, 3 feet wide, 5 feet deep.
Oh, it's only 5 feet.
Yeah. And like I said, there's enough sunlight that you can see every bit of it. Nothing's in shadow in there.
She's going to drop down in there since it looks like there's nothing going on in there.
You can slide on down, no problem.
No rolls for that?
Nope.
I'm gonna put her in the middle here. You know, I just realized that looks really... Yeah.
Yeah.
How deep is this thing again?
5 feet.
5 feet.
So it does swallow her up.
Is it quicksand?
No, it's quite solid at the bottom.
Okay. Alright. Since I'm down there, I'm gonna do perception again to look around, unless someone else is doing something right now.
Well, we got 3 in S12 looking around.
Alright, well, let's do them and then I'll roll perception to see
Okay.
around there. Where they get a turn.
Airy Talk and is that
Some
some
people.
areas? Yeah. You're okay. Just trying to make sure who all is in there. Okay. This, like some of the other buildings, this is okay. Just hold that investigation. I'll note it. That's just hold on to it. The building is made. The sides of the building are stone, so they've weathered the time much better than some of the other buildings that were made out of wood. The roof is practically gone. That did not fare very well at all. And the door has fallen inside into the room itself. There's a solid oak table in the northwest corner that holds that is holding a drinking cup, and an iron brazier sits next to the table. Along the south wall is a bench and an empty crate. And then there's a rug located here in the southeast corner.
Oh my god, Jhoff, when it comes back to me, please let me know, because I have a question.
Go ahead.
Didn't the gnome give me a map that he marked to say where he thought the freaking entrance was?
This was the map.
This is the map.
Yes. So what he didn't mark anywhere any of this building specifically. No.
Okay. I was sitting here 3 hours later. I'm like, oh my god.
There's only one spot we really didn't check out. It's S6.
Nobody's been to S5, from what I believe, either.
Hold on a second.
Wasn't
Yeah,
there
that's
a house?
and then S5. No one's been to. Ari, when you're looking around trying to figure out what's if there's anything here to be found, you find under the crate, kicking things around, you find under the crate a rope necklace. And on that necklace are 4 mummified elf fingers.
Maybe Co needs a present. Just racking my brain, making Arcana check to see if I've heard of anything like this for magical purposes.
I mean, it kind of it's similar to what you've heard of a monkey paw, but it's not a full hand, so it doesn't quite similar in thought, but it's it does definitely not following the same pattern.
All right. I'll hold on to it, step outside, and Rush will cast a detect magic.
Okay. Hold on a second. Oh no, there's nothing missing from the statue. It's actually very intact.
Oh no, I meant like, can I just look at it to see if somebody else that looked at it may have missed something?
Yeah, you can, but no, there's no more information from that.
Okay.
But yeah, especially for your character, this is just kind of a meaningless statue to you.
Okay.
So Ari, when you cast detect magic on it, you detect. Hold on a second. Let me just do a quick read up on that. This is very important. Okay. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, I just found it. It's okay. Thanks. Yes, there is a faint aura of necromancy on it.
Oh joy, talk. This might go along with your book.
One sec, voice changer.
Bold of you to assume I'd want that disgusting, barbaric piece of jewelry, if you could even call it that.
Well, it's necromantic in origin, and you have the book on necromancy.
I can only hope that the elves whose fingers were taken were not alive when that happened.
If it's like a normal necromancer, I would not take that bet. My master was quite horrible. And he'll just pull back his sleeve, and you can just see the scars, random scars all over his arm.
Oh,
So what was this about the book of necromancy?
We found a library with a few different books. One was, I guess, a memoir of some form. Now we have fingers with necromantic origin.
yeah. Talk would kind of share. It appears to be almost like a log. You said it was kind of like a log of sorts of some actions taken by necromancers, like a journal of them.
Yeah, the book. Yes.
And he'd offer to pull it out and share it if you wanted to take a quick look over it.
Hearing that, Jewel is also going to share about the letter she found.
Okay.
It seems like someone in this town was involved with necromancy as well. I think we should maybe look for the house referenced in this letter. Maybe there will be more clues.
I believe there's only a couple buildings we have not checked. And Talk would ask what would be saying this. I'm just getting sick and tired of waiting for the voice changer to turn on right now. But Talk would ask which building Jewel just came from, because he's trying to keep like a mental map of which buildings they've checked out so far.
I was just in the tavern right to the north of us. And the owner there referenced the home of someone in town. There must be one of these buildings that was a residence of some sort. We could try.
Talk would turn around and ask Zump which building he came from then as
Get
well.
behind me!
My character points back to S15.
Talk kind of thinks for a moment and goes, well, I believe there'd be only one building left then. Because from what I'm aware, Ari, you originally came over to this kind of southern corner of our map, of our little area of inspection, correct? You've searched most of these buildings over here before we got here. I personally went into this kind of smaller building next to what Jewel was describing as a tavern. I believe our other duo who aren't here currently checked those 3 buildings along the north side of the road we entered on. There's only one other building I remember seeing coming in. So unless we missed something in either this building or one of the other smaller houses, that would have to be it.
Has anybody been in S5?
That's the building
Currently
he was
being checked.
talking about.
Don't know that.
Which
Yeah,
one of
S5
the
was the building Talk was talking about. That is the only one he hasn't seen anyone go in yet.
which of the buildings have we confirmed are residents?
S12 is a residence. S7 is a residence. Let's see here.
Went into S9 too, I think.
Yes, you've been in every building at this point. But the residents themselves are S12, S3, S4, S7, S9, S10. Yeah, that's it.
Well, one thing, we were split up and searched. It doesn't mean that the ones that we're searching found whatever we were looking for. If we don't see it now, I suggest we start over.
Again, Talk kind of points out, like, I'm inclined to believe, based on how sinkholes form, that there would be the crypt we're looking for somewhere around this small area, but the issue is that if it was a full-on sinkhole, it would have led into the crypt, unless someone filled it in to avoid letting something out, at which point is something worrying. Exactly, there's like nothing.
Has anyone tried to move the monoliths, turn them, or push them out of the way?
I touched them, but I did not shove on them.
Perhaps there's a certain way they should be positioned in order to open the crypt, if it is in fact in this area.
I did not try to turn them.
Perhaps we should give that a try then.
Does Talk know that the halfling is in the hole?
Not currently.
Ariel climbed back through.
No, Ashlyn, you can climb out of the hole. It's not treacherous. It's not anything big.
Okay, so it's easy for her to get out?
Yep.
Right, she's gonna pop out on this side.
Okay. Kodaka, you don't find anything. This really is probably one of the most desolate buildings out of all of them.
Gotcha. Real quick, so I've got everything except for 13. What was in 13? Whoever found that?
That was me. 13 was the tavern, which is where I found the letter.
Oh, then what was in 15? I apologize. I thought that was where the letter was found.
Destroyed kegs and beetles.
Got it.
We should
We
be back.
checked out S6 already?
Yes, every other building has been explored to this point.
So if we're looking at these monoliths, what side of the monolith was the writing on?
On the south-facing side.
So I think Jewel would look at everyone and say, do we want to try to turn these so that the writing is all facing this statue?
Perhaps.
Do they move?
Zampiro shrugs.
Only one
Zampiro,
way to find out.
history check.
I'm gonna add inspiration.
I'm gonna. Can I give him luck? Oh, someone's gonna do inspiration. I guess.
Yeah, he
Can you
still has
double
bardic
inspiration someone?
You can,
Nine.
if you have two forms of, if you have two bards or something, yes, but he only has the inspiration from Jules from earlier.
Oh. Oh, right, because that one can only be used on me. Alright, never mind. I don't think I can use my luck on him.
Luck is,
Only on
is
me.
has a halfling luck.
Oh yeah, I have to roll a 1.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Hiseo knows very little about like who he is as an Asimar. He just knows that at some point wings are involved. So he's kind of staring up, looking at these wings. Are there any resemblance to the wings in his own race?
No, not at all.
Okay.
They do look kind of like tiefling, demonic, coupled with the fact that the writing on the obelisks is in infernal.
Mhm.
Zampiros, you remember a little bit about this? You remember something about an eccentric merchant who fell in love with a succubus, and he lived in the East Ward down where you are, and his family disowned him for not renouncing her once he found out what she was.
I will relate what little of this story my character can recall.
Would I be able to do a history check as well, just to see if Talk has come across that story as well? Might be able to fill in a couple extra details.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thought I almost did.
19. All right.
Okay. You know that this all occurred about 100 years ago. And she passed away actually before he did. And he had the statue built in her memory.
Talk would again relay this and kind of adding in the note. This does somewhat match with the time frame we're looking for when this crypt may have been put in place. Possibly.
I have a question. Can you use religion or history with those statues?
No, this is more history based. He was a merchant. So there wasn't really anything involved with religion.
Well,
Sorry.
Since Ash is 116, I wanted to roll a history too to see if she might remember anything.
Okay, go ahead.
See what it is. A good roll for one.
Really isn't anything more that you can add to the story. You just know that his family was very upset over him not renouncing the succubus as his love. But there really isn't any more to the story.
Okay.
Do we know which house was his?
You can assume that since he was a merchant, he would have one of the merchant houses instead of a regular resident. Beyond that, no.
We're aware of the circles with infernal writing. Are we? Or is it just Iris thing?
You broke up right in the middle. What was that?
We're aware of the circles surrounding the statue that have infernal writing, correct? Or is that just Iris thing?
No, you're aware of it. I mean, you can plainly see it. Unless you speak Infernal, you can't, say confirm or deny what you've been told, but you can definitely see the runes on the obelisks.
Funnily enough, my character does actually have language infernal.
Okay. Well, and you know exactly that he's telling the truth as to what was written there.
Well, if we're dealing with a succubus that is allegedly a story with having to do with love, maybe there's some benign puzzle with these circles.
Imperius, if you will. At this point, do you believe that who sent us on this quest did not give us enough information, or that we might be in over our head?
He pointed us in the direction and said, I don't want them to get hurt, and we've already had someone dive into a pool of sentient slime.
Great.
Yeah,
don't
she
think
looks
someone can-
down.
I don't think
in a
some
way.
men can account for that.
Well, yeah, that part did really seem kind of self-inflicted.
If I may,
I
Jewel.
didn't think it was gonna go that way.
Yes, I'm
Jewel.
just curious. You were able to read that clearly. Can you read what's on this orb?
I'll look at it.
I'll take a look, but I only have 3 languages, so
I can look at it too.
Celestial, Common, Elvish, Halfling, Infernal.
I have Celestial, Common, Elvish, and Thieves' Cant.
No, neither one of you.
Yeah, I had
Negative
Common, Elvish,
scratch.
Abyssal, Halfling, and Goblin and couldn't read it.
You know what? Given the Warforged talks kind of, or where the fuck is my sentence? Sorry, where the heck is my sentence going?
You got it. You got it. You got it.
Given the Artificer's kind of aptitude with magical items, because I'm kind of assuming it's a magical item by the fact it's got runes on it, would he be able to take a look at that and either somehow surmise what it does, or at least have some kind of history on it?
Sure.
Would I be doing history, arcana, or
either, whatever you would like to do. So depending on what your result is, on which skill is, it will depend on the information I give you.
well, we're going to start with history
Okay.
to see if we can get an expectation, and then
So-
arcana will be to figure it out.
It's kind of like we said earlier, this is kind of like a magic 8-ball. They've been around for a long time. You do seem to remember something briefly, it's just like, you've seen these before. And you don't remember seeing them since waking up. So you're trying to kind of thinking that this is something you remember from before time. Oh, excuse me. So as far as I'm trying to think. So yeah. Looking at the ruins, you realize that this is a little something that was, is a language that was used long ago. And it's like I said, it's like a magic 8-ball. One of the ruins says yes, one of the ruins say no, one of the ruins says try later, one of the ruins is definitely all very ambiguous answers.
So does Talk understand which one's yes then and which one's no?
Yes.
Okay, Talk's gonna be like, hand that over for a moment. I may have an idea.
I think Jules was the last one to have it.
Yes. Yes. Oh, yes.
So once he has it, he's just gonna look at it for a moment and go, is this statue involved with getting to the crypt we've been sent for? And he'll give it a shake and just
Okay.
stare and wait for an answer.
No.
All right.
Is that what the ball says?
Yes.
Yes.
The ruin comes up. Tuck understands the ruins, and the ruin that comes up correlates to no.
So he'll go ahead and go, do the obelisks do anything with this statue if we interact with them in a certain way? And he'll give it another shake.
Most definitely not.
Okay, Talk again passes along that info, and then he's kind of just staring at it dumbfounded for a second because he didn't really come prepared with any other ideas. He was really hoping that there was something to do here with this statue, but it seems like his hypothesis has been led astray.
If I may,
Question. Oh, you go first.
I feel like we've searched most of everything here. I don't know if anybody actually searched the fountain in the middle of the town.
No one has searched the fountain.
We could give it to Vogue.
Talk.
Are you mentioning that to
I am.
the
This is
group?
Yeah, this is the group.
So
Talk.
Jewel looks
Talk's
back
gonna
and
stare
says,
for a moment. Oh, sorry.
"No, please go ahead."
Talk's gonna stare for a moment and then just look back at the ball and just go, "Is there something important in the fountain?" And then just shakes it again.
There could be.
He just kind of
Signs
pauses
point
like,
to yes.
"Thank you."
At this point, Jewel looks from the orb to Talk and back to Kodaka and says, "Maybe we should watch the halfling."
I think she's
I'm
perfectly
behind
fine
Talk.
supervising herself.
Talk.
One more time.
not-
Do I have to?
Why not take the orb into each building and see, ask your question there? If we don't get an answer in any of the buildings, then we will deal with the water in the well.
We could just have a couple of you go take a look real quick. If it's deep water, you can always give a shout. I can travel.
Haseo and I can
Volunteer
go.
as tribute.
Understood.
Yeah,
For the
Haseo and I will go.
So first off, are you talking? S6 was a fountain. There's a well that was also off to the side of that. The
We're
well.
talking about S6.
Okay. So, Kodaka, you remember that from standing there that there was no water in the well, or no water in the fountain. It
Okay.
was dry.
God, you walk slow. I searched the fountain.
All right. Looking around, trying to move some of the dirt and debris around. You find a total of 19 copper pieces.
Oh. Jewel, I think this was the wishing well.
Ash is gonna
Maybe
be
we
like
should try
standing
again.
over-
Go for it.
And I throw a copper piece into the well and wish really hard, but completely out loud. Please, please, can we find the entrance to this crypt?
Jewel, you're supposed to keep it to yourself.
I'm sorry. I just get so excited.
So while you guys are in the middle of this, Talk kind of pokes his head out from the door, kind of down towards the end of the street, and just shouts, "Chances are high." That's all he shouts and ducks back inside the building to start investigating.
I
Halfling's
love
interest is piqued and starts dashing. her
I
butt over
love
there.
that she said, please let us find the entrance to the well, and he just pops out, chances are high. I
That
take
was
her
the
coin
wish
and I walk
literally
off.
coming true. Her wish actually came true.
It
Wishes
worked,
do
Jewel!
come true. They do.
How much money did I find in that well?
This
You
was
said
the one
16
I
copper,
said
19?
when we found the fingers.
I'm going to take her coin too.
All right. Talk, investigating around, you notice that there is, as you walk across the carpet or the rug, the throw rug that's down here, sounds are a little different as you walk across it. Like you're walking along, it's normal, and then all of a sudden you almost hear like a hollow sound. And as you keep walking, the sound returns to normal footsteps.
Talk will go ahead and start working to remove the rug and see if there's something under it, or if this house just had really bad floorboards.
All right, throwing back the rug, you do see a closed trap door.
Aha. Perhaps my hypothesis was not so incorrect after all. Is it openable, or is it, like, locked?
You don't see a lock on it, but the trapdoor itself is made out of strong oak wood, still very well conditioned. Around the edges of it, it's stonework. So the hinges are actually drilled into stone, so the hinges aren't going to be going anywhere anytime soon.
Unless. Actually, let me double check this. I might be misreading this ability. Actually, yeah, it seems like I might have been misreading that. Well, he's got some tools on him. He might be able to kind of get it open somehow, either by picking apart the hinges or something else of similar nature.
Okay. What are you doing?
We're gonna go ahead and see if we can use. So it's the hinges. So the door is kind of like locked in place, sort of, just from being so old, basically.
Could be. Yeah, I mean, there's a handle there. Well, not really a handle, but like an indent where you can put your fingers in to pick it up, and it just doesn't budge.
Well, using the wood. Yeah, we'll go and use one of his tool sets here. Probably his thieves' tools. That'll probably do better than woodcarver's tools to get inside this.
Okay.
But he'll start, first of all, trying to see if it's a issue of the wood being wedged and trying to basically unwedge it a little bit, like if it's stuck to the sides. You know how wood swells if it gets wet and all that.
Give me a perception check for that.
Perception.
Can I, by chance, while he's doing that, check it for traps?
Sure. Yeah, because he's really not doing anything major at this point. He's just kind of looking at it. It is definitely not swollen.
So it's stuck on something else.
Is that investigation?
Perception. What were you, Kodaka, what were you looking for?
Just traps on the trap door.
You don't see any from the outside. You do not see any kind of trap.
So Talk's gonna work on just basically undoing the hinge then as much as he can, because odds are there's like some kind of screw or something that's holding it in place.
So Ash, can she like touch the trapdoor and use Arcana?
Like I said before with Arcana, you don't see any.
Oh, right. I'm sorry, I forgot.
It's okay. Yeah, there's no ruins. Nothing looks magical from where you're standing that could be used. I mean, like if you saw ruins or materials, you could probably use Arcana to say, "All right, this is wither locked," or "This has got a spell on it." But it doesn't look like anything out of the ordinary. It's definitely a plain looking trap door. Just you don't know why it's not moving.
Did Talk relay information that there was a hollow point he stepped over?
Yeah, that's the trapdoor. That was the thing that felt hollow.
It's made of wood.
Yeah, it's a wooden door that's like stuck in place. It's not because the wood is swollen. It's either like got an inside lock, or for whatever reason these hinges are stuck. Currently, he's trying to remove the screws from it.
I have a question, Jayhoff.
Yeah.
Sorry. I think.
No, it's okay. You do
has
it. I'm
something
gonna
to say.
type it in there.
Okay, so back to my question. If I could, I'm just going to put this in here as a description real quick so that you could read over it for me if you don't mind. And then could you tell me if this goes
Sorry.
through things?
You might have to roll to
What are you trying to do with it?
Put it on the other side to make it unlock the door.
Sure. You cast your spell, and you feel the mentally you feel that the servant is there on the other side.
Oh, I have to verbally tell it to do stuff too.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I've got my spells separated. Spells. So Kotica actually has a string necklace on as well that has an elvish wooden symbol in the elvish letter A that's made out of wood on that string for the component. And then what she would do is she's just going to touch the door and say Archibald, and then say unlock the door.
Okay. All right. Doesn't really say whether it's incorporeal or not. I'll say that yeah, it passes through the door to the other side, and you get the feeling that it's trying to open the door, but it can't.
Okay.
Talk. If you want to do the crow
Talk's-
first, I want to try something after.
Yeah, Doc's gonna first he's gonna put his 310-pound metal body into fucking
Oh, can I
crowbarring
assist with that?
door open. If you want to, sure. Yeah.
It's similar to what I was about to do.
Okay, give me a strength check.
I assume your strength will be higher.
Ours was probably about the same, if I'm being honest.
Is it an advantage for him because I'm assisting, or do I roll as well?
Let's see here. Hold on a second.
If you're using the crowbar, you automatically have advantage.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
never mind. I'm watching.
Yeah. Crowbar grants advantage, so he's already got it.
Gotcha. First roll.
Yeah, first roll. We're gonna take that 17, please.
So the first roll I've seen, is it 17? And okay, nope. I mean, you can feel it trying to give, but you're not putting enough pressure in there or enough strength to get it to budge.
Excuse me for a second. Talk.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask you to back up like a step, because I assume you're right over the trap door. It's just
I would
for
assume
flavor.
he's not standing on top of the trapdoor as he's trying to open it.
Yeah,
Right.
a little difficult.
But how big is the trap door?
It is 5 by 5.
Okay, so Theo's essentially going to do a front flip and drop his heel on the center of the wood to try and break it.
Okay. Give me an attack then.
We'll say this is unarmed strike.
Yes, that'll work. That's fine.
Damn.
Right, I'm
What
assuming
about
that
the
means
force of
it
a
failed.
300? Yeah.
I was gonna say if it fails, I'm gonna try to strength check it if that's okay.
Hold on a second. All right, so.
I got a nat 1. I think that's an auto fail.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm looking at it now. Yeah, that is an all right. Yeah, so you kind of bring your foot down and it just kind of twists your ankle for a little bit. Did you want to take the bonus action of attacking again?
Yes, please.
Go ahead.
Redemption. Oh,
Okay.
See?
You bring your foot down. You hear a little bit like a crack of some of the wood cracking. Give me a damage roll.
Oops. My bad. Same problem. I hit the mouse button and it backs me out. Almost there. So sorry.
Ooh.
Oops.
Yeah, that's an attack roll.
I clicked on the damage. I don't know why I didn't roll it. Yeah, it's not rolling the damage.
Just do
I'll
the
just roll a
actual
d4. D4 plus 4, so that's 6 damage.
Okay. You see some splintering in the wood, but it's still holding tight. But you definitely have splintered some of the wood.
I'm gonna immediately look at Talk and be like, "We need to break this thing."
at this point, Tox says me like, I have a hand axe. That'd also probably work rather well.
Go.
So if we're just gonna break it down, I mean, Tox is gonna pull out his hand axe and just start.
Ash was
hacking away
gonna
at it.
try to bar too, but if you want to just smash it.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, the 310-pound robot man put his weight into it, and that thing did not budge.
Yeah.
And then Asthma just walks up and natural 20s that sucker.
Oh yeah,
Die laughing.
yeah. But
Should we
go ahead.
try to see what happens?
Go, Ashlyn, go.
Right.
That
I don't
work.
know if I do it with advantage. Is it with
Yeah,
advantage?
crowbar.
You have a
Crowbar
crowbar.
gives you advantage.
I'm gonna roll again. If that doesn't suck ass, because if it does, it's still gonna be hilarious. Almost at 20.
It pops open.
Yes! Woo!
All it took was
She
us
dances
beating on it
around
like
in
a.
circles.
It's the can of pickles thing. It's the jar of pickles.
Really, that is what happened. It was a DC 20 if undamaged. So
Oh,
Hastio damaged it enough that it loosened it, and she came along with a crowbar and popped it.
Well, Jules
Nice.
just going to look at everybody and say, "This is the power of teamwork, guys."
magic of
I guess friendship really does mean something.
I'm gonna from this point forward. You remember that list of names I had for Haseo? Every time Jhoff calls him something other, I'm adding it to the list. It's fucking great, or freaking great.
Please tell me this is being recorded.
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
Whoa.
This episode I might actually listen to.
I believe we have found the crypt, or at least
So-
the basement.
You see stone steps. First off, there's like a ladder that drops down 5 feet to a landing. And then from there, you have about 30 feet of stairs descending down. You feel the air is very cool, dry, and stale, but smells of mildew, blood, and death. The room below, you see a flickering pale blue light.
It's time to go.
There's light coming from down there.
Yes. And given the time, that is where we're going to end it.
Beach party!
Did it? It only took 4 hours.
Look, with D&D, it could take 4 sessions to figure out where an entrance is. We
To
can
be
pat
fair, we
ourselves
still-
on the
From,
back.
like,
4
6
hours and a
PM until 4
pseudopod.
AM.
Yeah. The thing is that if I had figured out that Talk could just figure out how the orb works, we would have been able to find this thing so much quicker and not waste all our time going, maybe if we turn the obelisks. I was sitting here thinking so hard, like, There's got to be some kind of riddle. Who just puts 4 obelisks around a statue? Like, who does that?
Right.
Apparently, this guy does, and he does it just for the sake of having 4 obelisks around a statue.
Apparently, the type of guy who does that is just someone who's hankering for the succubus spanking.
I thought that it was going to be a situation where,
Later.
like, we were finding things, and I was like, well, maybe the things that we need for this are in those 4 different areas of the map.
Yeah, well, to be fair, we did also get some clues that there might be something else going on here.
And
Yeah.
Magic 8 Ball Sphere for the win.
Yeah, if I just want to compliment you on how subtly you give out clues.
Yes.
Because we need them.
It was like after a certain point, it's like when we all went to the well, he thought we were going to the fountain.
Yeah, that
Like,
got a
me-
little confusing.
Yeah, there's that, and then it's just like, let's look. What are the areas we haven't? And then there's like the ball. You figured out. 'Cause I didn't want to touch it because I had things attack me in 2 different areas. So I'm now just like, go stay behind me, and I'm not touching shit first.
Yeah, you do it first.
I'll walk up to Ko and tug on her skirt.
I quickly grab onto the skirt, considering what this outfit is, and I look down at him, not like annoyed or anything, just quickly grab it and look at him.
Up. I think these are more your speed. You see 4.
All right, J-Hoff, quick question for you. I know you said we were going to end it. Is there anything that I can do with that? Or did he dip already?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
What did you? I mean, he's holding out these mummified fingers, elven fingers. What is it you wanted to do?
I just tell her I think this is more your speed than mine.
I don't know. Can I do a history or check or something to see why people would typically do that?
They are necromantic magic.
You can do a history check, yeah. You've never heard about this before.
It's something possibly akin to a monkey paw.
Out of character, what the heck is a monkey paw?
Make a wish on it, but it's a negative thing. It's like doing a genie. Something bad will happen, but it'll still grant your wish in some way.
Yeah.
It's bad magic.
So you're offering this to me?
Monkey paw, however many wishes are left in the monkey paw is how many fingers are still open. So as you make a wish, one finger will close into a fist, leaving.
Are they all open?
They are all open. There's no paw. They are on a leather string, like a necklace.
It's 4 fingers, and it's necromantic in origin. It seems more your speed. That's all Ari is saying.
Are you giving this to me?
He has no desire to play with necromantic magic.
Then I'll take it from him and put it in my pocket. Wearing elven fingers around my neck doesn't seem like a good thing out in public.
TLDR, I saw you use the blood glove. This seems like more your speed.
Can I put on, by the way?
The blood glove!
You're using one of our terms for people is calling them high speed, which can be both a compliment and an insult depending on the circumstance.
I'm gonna need them cabinets high speed.
You moving awfully fast there, high speed.
Given Ari's background, he wants no part of them, but he knows the value in magic items. So, out of the group, he thinks Ko can put them to use, possibly.
So would it be an Arcana check to like know exactly what kind of thing this is with the necromancy, or we've gotten all the information out of those as possible?
Yeah, I'm going to go with you've gotten all the information that you can possibly have at this point in time.
Okay, so I'll have to find somebody to tell me more about it. Maybe.
You would need an identify.
Jewel.
Just
The
spinning in
bard
circles.
might, the
It's
bard
okay.
might know some history on it, just because the bard can roll on anything, and if she rolls high enough,
So I'm just spinning in circles, thinking, man, this is a lot of fun. When I hear you guys talking about that, and I'm like, ooh, well, I can definitely try to see if I can find out something if you'd like. Out of character, we're about to go into a dungeon, and I've already done identify once.
Yeah, don't worry about it
So if
right
I
now.
do it again, I have no more spells.
Yeah, it's okay.
Unless you
Spam
perform a
cantrips.
ritual.
I don't know what that is.
do you have identify as a spell?
I have it
Yeah,
as a
she
first
does.
level spell.
Do you
The
have
ritual.
the 100 gold piece
No.
item that it's required to cast it?
Probably not, because she's already cast it once.
It doesn't go away,
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
but that's unusual to have that item right off the bat.
Oh no. I messed
Wait,
up.
are we including the components for our spells? 'Cause if so, we're all like way too poor to be doing that.
Oh
Except
no, I'm
maybe
fine.
Co.
Identify specifically calls out it requires
Yes.
100 gold piece
Sure
pearl.
does. I'm sorry, that's my bad, guys. I
That's
totally used that earlier and did not realize.
And the game
You
master
can
didn't
say-
call you on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If the game master don't call you on it, you slid under that radar.
Yeah, that one I do try to keep that one as far as material components, because it does require having 100 gold piece pearl on your person. But like Ari said, it doesn't go away. So once you've purchased that pearl, as
Okay.
long as you keep it to the side and say, this is not something I'm cashing in. This is needed for something else. Then you always have it.
That's good to
Oh.
know.
Let me
Okay.
ask you a question then, Jhoff. Because I'm noble, is there any way I could maybe roll a d20 to maybe put in favor to that maybe one of my pearl earrings would be of enough value to give to her?
If you roll a nat 20, I'll allow it.
Bet.
Nat 1. It's
Can-
worth literally less than 1 copper.
Ah,
No,
I
it's a nice
tried.
pearl earring, but not enough.
There's not a lot of spells that have particular components like that, but Raise Dead comes to mind.
Yeah, there are a couple that I'm kind of stringent on. For the most part, I don't, just because it's a pain in the neck to try and keep track of it all.
Yeah, and most of them are like high level spells, like for level 8 or higher anyway.
Yeah.
But that's
A lot
good
of
to know. I need to
spells
pay
that
closer
cost a lot of
attention.
money.
Imagine having to keep track how many pinches of dirt I have for a long strider.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. That I'm not too worried about keeping track of all of it.
And if you have a focus item, it replaces the mundane components.
Yeah.
Oh, it does?
Which
That's-
is why
yeah,
I
like an
recently
arcane focus.
reached-
I forgot about that.
Paladin's
Yeah.
emblem count?
Oh yeah, so because what's it called? His artificer's tools count as his spell focus until I get the arcane firearm at 5th level.
Wouldn't that make her whatever the hell she plays her focus?
But
Mine?
it doesn't
My emblem?
replace expensive focus items.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. It covers the dirt, the leaves, all the simple mundane stuff. You start getting the larger items like the pearl, then yeah, that doesn't qualify.
There's a lot of spells I'm not going to be able to do then when I level up, because I'm going to have to hope and pray I have enough money to buy all the components.
Just start kicking a lot of things. You'll find some money.
Alright, so
I
we're
wouldn't
ending
worry
tonight.
about it until we get to that point.
I think at level 2 she gets at least a spell.
It's okay. I'm gonna add a finger necklace to my inventory, and then I'm good.
Thank you so much, Deha, for this fun.
No problem.
I'm
Thanks.
going to be dreaming of pseudopods tonight.
I've had so much fun with this. It's great.
backflipping halflings into wells and acid pools.
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm gonna be thinking.
Googled it so I'd know out of game, but there are a lot of pseudopods in D&D.
Well, I'm gonna get off here. We got plans for tomorrow with the grandkids, so I'm gonna call it a night for myself.
Alrighty,
You
have a good night, Jeff.
I will,
Enjoy.
Have a good night, man.
I will virtually see you all next week.
Sounds
Yes,
good.
sir.